Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, wherever. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, reckless. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, wherever. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, reckless. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, wherever. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, reckless. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin, wherever. Has to meet you where you've been. Magic, madness, heaven, sin.
HelloFresh is also an owner of Factor. So Factor is pre-made meal plans. If you don't like to cook your own meals with HelloFresh, you can use the link in my comment section and you can pick your meals from Factor. In the link, you get some free meals as well. So if you guys don't want to take the time to go ahead and cook the meals like I did with HelloFresh, you can go ahead and order your own meals through Factor. The meals are amazing. They have breakfast, they have protein shakes, they have smoothies. So if you guys want to use Factor, go ahead and hit that link in the comment section. It's amazing. Go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teej Hanley, and support the Media Man YouTube channel, and also support Teej Hanley.
Isn't he dusty? Isn't he full of dust? Isn't he ashy?
Got to have a dream.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Media Man Live. Oh, that's so funny to me, yo. I'm sorry, man. I'll be dying at that lady, man. She giving these women crazy advice, but she is hilarious, bro. Let's play it one more time before the show starts.
Isn't he dusty? Isn't he full of dust? Isn't he ashy?
Got to have a dream.
Oh my God, yo, she's stupid, man. Something wrong with that woman. Isn't he dusty? My bad, y'all. I had to start this off. Oh, that's good stuff right there, man. Welcome back, man. Oh, this is gonna be a great show. Man, I want the black men to show up for this so much. Anytime I get to talk about health, and pressing matters such as prostate cancer, I would love for this to be my highest viewed show because it's going to be very informative. And again, this is not medical advice. It's just for educational purposes only. I'm trying to look out for men and also my fellow black men as well, because prostate cancer, for some odd reason, hits black men hard, and I think it's a very important topic. So instead of doing what I normally do, what you guys see on the thumbnail, I'm going to start with this first because we seem to have the most people, here when the show first starts. So I think this is very important. You guys will learn so much, I promise you, right? And you'll learn a little bit about me, and my health treatment that I get, so on and so forth. So I'm ready to get this show started. It's going to be great. But before we get started, let me go ahead and shout out my guy, Dante Bryan. Once again, this is like show 13 that Dante Bryan has been the show sponsor at some point, and I greatly appreciate it, brother. If anybody, is going to send in the Cash App or Super Chat, it's definitely going to be Dante, and I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully I'm bringing, some content of value to you. And this show, man, this is going to be an amazing show. And of course, we're going to talk about some of the craziness in regards to age gap dating. I see it all the time. The hot topic of, social media is Drea and Jalen Green, the Houston Rockets NBA player, which is in my city. I've seen him play in person multiple times. I've been to Houston Rockets games, of course, when the Lakers come. I've been to a Houston Rockets game when Giannis came, the Greek Freak, and I got to see a young man play. He's good, but he just made a bad decision. And we're gonna talk about that, and then we're also gonna provide some proof, right? I always got to come with the statistics, and since we're talking about age gap dating, there seems to be some issue when men do it. It was cool when y'all did it, and now it's a problem when men do it. And we're gonna talk about the power of choice, and I think older women in general, tend to forget that. At one point, you were young. And you felt the same way as these young women. You wanted to date older men. So now all of a sudden, when you're out of the game, it's a problem. Oh man, and it only starts with black men, because white men do this all the time. I mean, this is nothing to them. This is not even a discussion in the white community. But for some odd reason, when black men start to have preferences, it's a problem. And we're going to definitely talk about it, the hypocrisy of it all, especially in the black community. It's just crazy. So, yeah, Dante Bryan sent in another $2 super chat. He says, she ain't S-H-I-T. She is funny. I ain't going to even hold y'all, man. Man, it's just, oh, man, she's funny to me, man. Any aware woman would not be listening to this lady. It's been multiple women in the comments. She'll give advice. And they'll say that, yeah, I tried this on this older guy that I was dating, and he never called me again. So she gets to the bag. They like her. So, and I think she's entertaining. She may be toxic to the community, but it is what it is, man. She, if I'm sitting there laughing at her ass, she's doing something right. I just hope more women don't listen. But, oh, yeah. Yeah, Moni. And isn't he dusty? Isn't he dusty? Oh, that's good stuff right there. Let me see. Glow said, isn't her cat musty? See this? So you gonna get me in trouble on this. Oh, here. Yo, let me see. Glow said, yeah, I'm looking forward to this conversation because my old homeboy called me a predator for saying if I was 40 and single, I would date as young as 22. Brother, you could do whatever the hell you want. And it's not, you can show interest in a younger woman, but if she don't choose you, then there's really nothing you can do, right? So I think women forget that, y'all have the power of choice. So if you don't want to date an older man, then you just don't have to, right? But we watch, we see what's going on social media. There is not one man or woman that can sit here and, with a straight face and say that the narrative isn't, particularly in the Black community, the narrative isn't women need to date older because those men have more financial security. And as you guys know, in today's climate, dating market, money is king. There's no way to get around it, right? At some point, you're going to pay dating costs, marriage costs, relationship costs. And it's just, on 10 right now, because that's what it seems like, the Black community, the Black women in our community are focused on, right? So this is going to be a great discussion. I promise you guys that. So, and I'm not just coming at it from a barbarian approach, so to speak, and just talking mess. No, I'm going to give you some actual statistics, some truths, and also some Black history. Yeah. You're probably like, man, what are you talking about? You got history on dating preferences? I got something for y'all. I'm going to do my research, but stay tuned. See, Glow says at least there is some entertainment value. Yeah, she's funny, man. I mean, and I don't want people to get it twisted. I'm not promoting her, but I'm a logical man. I know the stuff that she's telling these women is foolery. So, but I'm not her target audience. So when she talks about these certain things, it's funny to me because I know that I'm not her target audience. But there are a lot of women that listen to that woman, and it's just crazy, and they're going out there on the dating market, trying to get these types of men, hanging out in hotels, going to, that's just so many single women at our medical conferences now because the word is out that that's where the money is, going to different tech conferences and events just so they can try and find a man who flies under the radar and makes a significant amount of money. Yeah, I listen, and I also see y'all. Lucky I don't take no pictures. Just the women that, because we go to these conferences, I'm pretty sure you guys are working people. They give you like lanyards, you have a name tag, what company you're representing. Are you a speaker? Are you a presenter? Things of that nature. We know who's there for business. But when you go to the bar of these hotels and you see a lineup of women dressed up in the middle of the day for no reason, you kind of get the picture. Either you trying to be a sprinkle girl, or a version of a worker, a pro, as they say. Shout out to Sugar Free. Oh man, what's going on, Jay? My brother, what's going on? Everything well out there, man, in Colombia, brother? Let's see here. Change for life. Hello, everyone. What's going on, good brother? We got 78 folks in the building. Make sure the likes mirror that. Oh, let me give a shout out to Theo Coop. If you guys don't know, Theo Coop with the Do Better podcast, he actually just hit 100,000 subscribers. That brother cooking over there. And I told you guys from the jump, Theo was going places. It's entertaining over there. Everybody feel like family, and it's definitely not a shock to see Theo hit 100,000 subscribers in under 2 years? That's insane. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Theo Coop, the Do Better podcast, please go ahead and do so. I promise you have a good time. Like as I stated before, I usually catch the replays, or I'm at work and I can't comment, but I'm always trying to listen because it's definitely hilarious over there and also informative. So shout out to Theo Coop. Man, that brother is going places, and I see 200,000 subscribers coming very shortly because it's that cool over there. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person who likes YouTube entertainment, and reviewing certain videos and getting a good laugh and also some good, jewels and gems from your boy Theo, you can get it over there. So again, shout out to Theo Coop, man. I've been telling y'all about him for a while. So yeah, shouts out to the brother Theo Coop with the Do Better podcast. I'm about to drop some bread on him after the show. I got you, good brother. Thank you for the content and what you do for these spaces, man. I'm definitely entertained. Let's see here. Let's see who we got. Did Theo go live? Yeah, he went live today. I'm about to check the live stream out. I got him. Let me see here. So who we got? Let me check the Cash Apps real quick, just in case I missed something. All right. We good. So yeah, so we can get into the show. And like I said, I want to make sure we get this good prostate cancer information out here. Black men, I want you to pay attention. And also black women who are married and have, significant relationships with the black man. This is going to be very important, right? And basically where I want to start is with a couple simple videos, right? And then we'll get into some stats. I'll identify what prostate cancer is, what measures you can take, in order to get tested, and also some statistics that will definitely shock you, right? So it's a Wednesday show, and I always try and make these a little bit more informative. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in and listen up. So, and also get those super chats and cash apps. So let me know that you guys appreciate this health conscious type of information. And once again, this is not medical advice. This is just for educational purposes only, right? Even though I have some reputable sources, educational purposes only, right? So here we go. Let's start with the first video. I'm going to explain to you guys what is prostate cancer. And I have a great video from the Mayo Clinic, which is one of the most respected health institutions in the world. So let's cook.
Humphreys, a urologist at Mayo Clinic. In this video, we'll cover the basics of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer, unfortunately, is common. It affects 1 in 7 men, making it the second most common cancer among men worldwide. The good news is that prostate cancer can be curable, especially when identified and treated early. That is why I and most urologists and medical professionals you talk to encourage men over a certain age to get regular prostate screenings.
So when he says men over a certain age, they tend to recommend this for men who are over the age of 45. However, since prostate cancer significantly affects black men, I would, for educational purposes, I would recommend that you guys push that, number up to when you're a little bit younger. I would say 35 if I was a black man, but that's just my opinion. But we'll move forward. Let's pay attention.
First, let's talk about what the prostate is and how it functions. The prostate is a small gland that is involved in reproduction and makes some of the essential components in semen. While it is small, it has an important role in reproductive health and can cause voiding or urinary symptoms as men age, as well as becoming a source of cancer.
So, and I'm going to stop it a couple of times because this is somewhat my field and I have experience about this. So when they say urinary problems, if you're frequently urinating, if you're having a weak stream, these are types of things that you may want to get checked when you have your next annual visit to the doctor, right? Because that could definitely be something that can fester and evolve into something else or something more serious in the future, right? So let's continue.
Like other kinds of cancer, prostate cancer starts when cells mutate. These small changes in DNA cause the cells to grow faster and live longer than they normally would. As these abnormal cells accumulate, they monopolize resources from normal cells, which can damage surrounding tissue. These cancerous cells can then spread to other parts of the body. By definition, prostate cancer only affects bodies with male reproductive organs. But in addition, there are some other risk factors that we can monitor. Age is a big one, as prostate cancer is more prevalent in older men, which is why testing is encouraged as men age. For reasons that are unclear, black men also have a greater risk compared to other races or ethnicities.
Right. So, and I'm glad that he said that for reasons that we don't know. And of course, I've done my research on this for years. We don't know why black men are more predisposed to prostate cancer. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with black men having a higher rate of STIs or STDs or being sexually active. The studies show that there's no conclusive data that we can pull from to say why black men have more prostate cancer, cases than white men or Hispanic men, Asian men. We don't know, right? No hard-hitting evidence has came out yet. So let's continue.
Being at a higher weight is another possible risk factor. Genetics can also play a role in prostate cancer. A family history of prostate cancer or certain kinds of breast cancer increases the likelihood of being diagnosed with prostate cancer.
All right, let's stop there before we get into what is a PSA test. I want to make sure that I got Big Boy in here. He said I will be 47 and I will be getting checked next month. Good on you, brother. And we actually have something in common. I'm going to show you that here in a second after we listen to the Cleveland Clinic discuss what is a PSA test, right? So this goes into what is prostate cancer and also what is a PSA test. So let's cook.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Haywood. I'm a urologist at the Cleveland Clinic, specializing in patients with urologic cancers. PSA is an acronym that stands for prostate-specific antigen, and it's a blood test that we use to screen for the risk of prostate cancer in men. What it spits out is a number that we're able to use to gauge the risk of prostate cancer. Now, unfortunately, it's not a perfect test. There are some men that have an elevated PSA that don't have prostate cancer, but at the end of the day, we use it as a guide that might help us pick out men that may need more investigation. And this is a question that we hear a lot. The reason that I recommend it for patients is that in the appropriate patient, it's a simple test. It's a blood test that may take a couple minutes and a poke. And at the end of the day, it's going to help us gauge for your risk of prostate cancer. And so it's something small that you can be doing for your health that may alert us to some more concerning diagnoses that we might want to work up a little further. Yeah, that's a common problem that we see is that, for a lot of guys, there's that idea that, oh, whatever, it'll get better, like that sort of thing. I don't need to worry about that right now. But for guys that are on the fence like that, I talk to them about, kind of what's important to them in life. And for a lot of gentlemen, that's their family. So, their partner, their loved ones, potentially children. And so what I tell them that, not just with prostate cancer screening, with anything, you're going to want to be around for your family for the special moments in the future. And so doing everything you can do right now to try and, maximize, being around for them in the future is important.
All right. So that's just one of the many reasons why men should get tested with the PSA and, just to make sure that you're around for your family. That's basically what they were saying. So all good reasons, right? So in regards to PSA testing, like I said, I wouldn't bring this information to you guys if I didn't practice what I preach, right? So every time we talk about health issues and making sure that we get our screenings, our STI tests, I have to be the one to make sure that I am practicing what I preach. So let me show you guys something real quick. So this is from my spring checkup when I get my blood work done last year. So as you guys can see here, lab test, prostate specific AG, and you can see it. Blood test was done on 13 April 2023. And here we go. PSA right there. My results was within the reference range. So I'm good to go, right? But just to let you guys know, I get my blood work done 2 years, every 2 years. So one in April and one in September because I travel for work and we have our global health exams to make sure everything stays the same once we come back from particular countries. So yes, I get my blood work checked two times a year. And my appointment is actually coming up here very shortly. It is the 13th today, which is within a month. My appointment was made about 2 weeks ago, and I will be in there around the same time that I had my PSA checked last year, right? So I'm not just sitting here trying to feed you guys information that I don't, do myself, right? Or live by, in my day-to-day lifestyle, right? I'm definitely health conscious. I have a bachelor's of science in nutrition science, right? And also a master's degree in public health. So this is important to me. So we're all about prevention, and especially when it comes to Black men, right? So I want to make sure that everything is laid out for you guys to succeed. And this is definitely a topic that we need to address, and we need to, put some practices into place to make sure we can either catch it early or we can prevent it, right? So yeah, I'm always getting my lab work checked because, like I said, avid weightlifter. So I have to make sure that I'm good to go because I am considered obese because I have more muscle. So if for my height, so yeah, so I have to make sure I'm good to go, and everything has been working out fine once I keep going for my annual my 2 checkups throughout the year, right? So I want to make sure that you guys maybe consider adopting the same thing, especially if you're a black man over 35, or if you're younger than that. There have been some cases of black men that have developed prostate cancer younger than 35. So if you're having any issues with your penile area, please make sure you go get that checked. Not advice, just education, right? Okay, just want to make sure we clear on that. So hopefully that helps. So now where we're going to start, we're going to start with the educational portion. Did you guys know? Look at this. We just had the American Cancer Society. They just put out the cancer facts and figures for African American black people from 2022 to 2024. And this is why, I love doing what I do for my regular, my actual job, is because we get sent these things to review and then we have to speak intelligently on them. So what I did was pick out some of the most important aspects of this review. And, it's about 52 pages overall, but we're not going to review all 50 of them, 52, of course. But I do have some of the most important. So make sure y'all, hook your boy up for this information with the super chats and cash apps. Let me see here, because these are the things that are not highlighted for some odd reason in the black community. And it's unfortunate, but that's why you guys have me here, so we can talk about these things that are important to the black community. We have 83 folks in here. So, yeah, this is going to be great. So let me see here who we got. Let me check this out real quick. Mike Ruck, what's going on, brother? He says, I get mine twice a year as well as a has power. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely have important. I used to work occupational health, so I definitely understand. That's probably one of the requirements. I remember the fire department, they used to have so many requirements, for tests annually. So yeah, I definitely understand it. Who is this? We got Aziz. What's going on, brother? Said, Media Man, peace and blessings to you and your family and your generation. I have important message for you about your life. Anyway, send me. Is this? I think this is a spam. Shit. Let me get you out of here. All right. And we got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on, brother? Good to see you back here, man. He says, hey, everyone. What up, though? Let's see here. Who else we got? We got Jeremy Josiah. So what's going on, man? Oh, yeah. No, Jeremy. Media Man, what's happening, big dog? What's going on, good brother? How you? How the fam? You came out. You came to a good show. I promise you that. And we got Saint Sarah in the building. Said Media Man in chat. Thank you, brother. Good to see you here. Let's get to it. So, like I said, man, we just this just came out, and this is very important for the black community. Let's get to it. Nice black family up there. All right, so I'll go ahead and read some of this off to you guys so you guys don't have to do all the heavy lifting. So, in regards to this cancer report, this report presents statistics on cancer incidence, mortality, survival, and risk factors for Black people in the U.S. Additional information is given for selected cancer sites chosen due to their large disparity and impact on the Black population. When possible, data are confined to non-Hispanic Black people, who account for approximately 94% of the total Black population, to limit racial misclassification. It is intended to provide information to cancer control advocates, community leaders, public health, and healthcare workers, as you guys know why I'm presenting this to you guys, and other interested in cancer prevention, early detection, and treatment in the Black community. So it's very simple. So we have a whole report about this. So it's important for Black people. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, so let's Let's get to it. And this is just all the information that I shared to you guys that I just read is just for validation, just in case somebody is sitting there saying that, hey, man, where did you get that from? That's not a reputable source. It absolutely is. So let's continue. So what is cancer? Cancer is a group of diseases characterized by uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells. If the spread is not controlled, it can result in death. Although the causes of cancer are not completely understood, numerous factors are known to increase risk, including many that are modifiable, i.e., tobacco use and excess body weight. Sound familiar? A lot of things can be prevented by losing weight and also getting rid of smoking. And some that are not: inherited genetic mutations and immune conditions. Sometimes your family is predisposed to having cancer, and that is another reason why you need to make sure you get everything checked. So these risk factors may act simultaneously or in sequence to initiate and or promote cancer growth. Now, this is important. Black folks, pay attention. We got 84 folks in here. Not sure how many of y'all are black, but listen to this. Cancer occurrence in black people. How many black Americans alive today have ever had cancer? More than 1.4 million black Americans with a history of cancer were alive on January 1st, 2018, most of whom were diagnosed years earlier, right? So it is very imperative for us to get checked. Right now, I believe the new population rates for the black community as a whole is 47 million. And then for the black community total, black alone, is 42 million, I believe, somewhere around there. So 1.4 million black Americans living with cancer. That's a pretty significant number, right? Let's see here. Now, what is the risk of developing or dying of cancer? So the risk of being diagnosed with cancer increases with age because most types of cancer requires many years to develop. About 1 in 3 black men and women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, and 1 in 5 black men and 1 in 6 black women will die from cancer disease. Did y'all hear that? That's crazy, right? So 1 in 5 black men and 1 in 6 black women have, are projected to pass from some type of cancer diagnosis. And again, cancer is one of those diseases that there's not a lot of information out there on why people develop cancer. I mean, of course, some people, they'll talk about the ozone, the air and the things that we're breathing, the foods, hormones, things of that nature. You never know. There are people that study this for a living, so I don't want to step on their toes, but it's not fully understood, as the report says, right? And hold on, we got some super chats. Man, it was a drought. Y'all boys came through. Thank you, Dante Bryan, once again. We got Andre Gold and DFG with the $10 super chat. He said, what's going on, media man? Just getting my 10 minutes of notoriety. Keep up the great work. I greatly appreciate it, brother. And thank you for stopping by and drop some ducats on your boy, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. And we got Jeremy Josias with the 1999 super chat. He said, my aunt died to cancer. Y'all go out and get checked, man. Real talk. Yeah, I know a lot of people have family members that have passed because of this horrid disease, man. It's unfortunate, and it comes in many forms, and we just have to make sure that we're on our toes when we get checked up, just like Jeremy said. Thank you, brother. Let me go ahead and update you. And once again, shout out to Dante Bryant for starting it off right, as always. Let me see here. I'm going to just have to Jeremy. Why is it not? Hold on 1 second. I'm messing up. Jeremy. Got you, brother. And it is today's show sponsor with the 1999 bomb on you, boy. Thank you, good brother. There we go. I got you updated, man. Let me see who else we got in here. We got Neville in the building. Said, "What's up, Media Man? What's going on, good brother?" Custom Jeff was good. He said, "On your way to 50K." Absolutely, man. I can't wait. We gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there. Appreciate that. Thank you, Custom Jeff. How's everything? How's the family? Saints here. I got you as always. Thank you. And then we got Nanette. Nanette Hernandez says, "Hello, lovely." Oh, okay. How you doing, Nanette? First time I'm seeing that name in here. It's gonna be great. Ghost Beer, what's going on, man? He's a great topic. Thank you. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Lost in Translation podcast. What's going on, good brother? Says salute, Media Man and chat. How you, brother? Let's see here. Andre Golden, environmental racism plays a big part in that. It's a lot of things, places that we live, so on and so forth. It's a lot. And he says, example, I grew up in the largest housing projects in the U.S. We were next to a power plant called Big Owls. Yeah, man. Studies. I mean, it would behoove Black people to start looking into these studies. And the funny thing is that Black people are we're the largest population that doesn't contribute or, I guess, participate in these types of studies or surveys and reviews that they do on these cancer statistics. So we got to start stepping our game up. And I know there's a history for that, in regards to the Tuskegee experiment. A lot of people don't trust the medical community. Me being a medical professional going on almost 25 years now or 20 years now. So yeah, I definitely understand. So I do give grace. However, we got to start, paying attention to this stuff. Let me see here. We got Bill Reed with the $20 super chat. Man, let me go ahead and put you up there with Jeremy real quick. Since it's so close, he said, "Drop that knowledge, young fella. Prostate cancer survivor here. Salute to you, brother. Radiation, then chemotherapy. Keep on teaching, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. And thank you for being here and letting the chat know, man. Salute to Bill Reed. Man, good brother. Let me go ahead and update this real quick. Put Bill Reed on the screen. Bill Reed, got you, good brother. And bam, got you in there. Thank you, good brother. Let's see here. And we say here, Trues do say we in the building, gonna listen until I have to go to class. Oh, okay, thank you, brother. Yeah, and I'm gonna try and get to it. Like I said, I want to acknowledge the chat here as well, but I got you. Christopher Duke said most people produce 7 to 10 individual cancer cells on a daily basis, and your body kills them every day. Our immune systems are tuned for fighting it, but cancer can slip defenses occasionally. Yeah, man, and they can start to grow, and we'll talk about that even further when we go into detail about prostate cancer. So. Good info. All right, let's cook. So let me go ahead and bring this up. Of course, y'all know where y'all at, so you should be used to these statistics. I'm gonna make this a little bit wider just in case you guys can see it. So what you're looking at here is the leading causes of death among Black and white people. So at the top there, you see males, cause of death. Our number one cause of death for Black men is heart disease. And this has a lot to do with, being out of shape, overweight, obese, so on and so forth, right? Cancer, number 2. Accidents, unintentional injuries, which is, pretty much expected because men like to live life on the wild side. We take more chances, and sometimes we lose our life trying to live our lives, so to speak. So cerebrovascular disease, that is number 4. And then remember we talk about, Black male deletions. Look at here. Number 5 on the leading causes of death for Black men is assaults, homicides, and legal interventions, right? So it's basically talking about, the crime, the deletions in the Black community. But if you look here, it's 8,854, right? So I just wanted to be clear, victims and offenders is not always 1-to-1. However, you can assume, let's say if there was 8,000 offenders that actually killed those 8,000 black men, and they were all black, that's still a small percentage of black men who are committing those types of crimes. So I always have to put things into perspective when we do shows like this, because people try and run with the narrative. See, it's number 5 on the list, and I shouldn't have to do this, but I know how these things can be used against black men, especially on social media. So put things into perspective. It's not always a one-to-one offender/victim. There are reoffenders and men who do delete more than one person. But if we had to say that there was 8,800 deletions out of the, almost 23 million black men that are currently living in the U.S., that's a small percentage, right? I got to be clear. Now, for females, the number one cause of, just let me remove myself, of death is heart disease, again, in the black community. Cancer, number 2. Then it changes from cerebrovascular disease at number 3. Diabetes, number 4, black women. And accidents, unintentional injuries at number 5. So again, there's that diabetes thing. And that's why I push back on this whole body positivity movement, because black women are significantly more affected than white women. So it probably doesn't bother them to push that narrative because they're not the most affected. Black women are the most obese, not the most overweight, the most obese, which is the most important one that we're discussing, right? And it seems like a lot of our women are opposed to going to the gym and they are opting for surgery. But if you guys go back and look at the statistics of how many women get body altering surgeries and how many women end up gaining their weight back, it's a lot out of the percentage of women who get that type of procedure done. And a lot of them come from black women. So I wanted to highlight this to make sure that we understand that body positivity does not benefit black women. I get it. Everybody can be pretty, but if it's unhealthy, then we got to take care of business, right? Black women, I'm pretty sure y'all can understand that. So let's continue. I got to go, into detail about this stuff. So, and then you can see the differences between the white communities. I'll go ahead and zoom out so you guys can see that. So even though white males have a higher percentage, it's more of them. So it's more of them in the United States. Let me hold on. I'm tripping. Right there, it's about 277,000 heart disease cases. So yeah, so even though we only represent about 14% of the U.S. population, the white population is about 45 to 50%. So yeah, and there you have it. Cool. And these numbers are from 2019, just to be clear. So very recent. Now, in regards to prostate, the incidence is an estimated 41,600 cases of prostate cancer are expected to be diagnosed among black men in 2022. I believe it's going to eclipse that once the new numbers come out, accounting for 37% of all new cancers in black men. So again, black men, we only represent about 6.5% of the U.S. population, but we account for 37% of all prostate cancer diagnoses. Approximately 1 in 6 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime, compared to 1 in 8 white men. During 2014 to 2018, the average annual prostate cancer incidence rate was about 172.6 cases per 100,000 black men, which is 73% higher than the rate in white men. So that's why this is important. Y'all starting to get the picture now, right? Yeah, so it's definitely an important topic. Just want to be clear on this. So let's continue. This is a good one. So these are, let me make this a little wider. Right there. So the leading sites of new cancer cases and deaths among black people in the U.S. was in 2022 estimates. It was prostate cancer at the top for Black men, as you guys see up the top, 41,000, 37%. Then you have lung, and then bronchus, 13,000, 12%. And then it goes all the way down, right? And then over here to the females, breast cancer, it was at the top, 32%, 36,000 cases, 2022. And then for deaths, estimated deaths, out of, let's just stay with prostate right here. It's about 6,000 of those prostate new prostate cancer cases. About 6,000 are estimated to pass from having prostate cancer. It's very low, but it's still important. Then also from Black women with breast cancer, about 6,800 Black women were estimated to pass from breast cancer out of the 36,000, right? And again, I'm going to put the link to this report just in case you guys want to review it for yourselves. And to not get down on us as a whole, as a Black community, I'll show you trends in incidence rates among Black people selected for selected cancers by sex, which is from 1975 to 2018. This is what you guys are looking at here. So the numbers have decreased. At the top line right there, that's prostate cancer cases. They have decreased, but they have went up a little bit from 2015 to 2018. And then you see a downward trend on this graph right here. And then for women, breast cancer is significantly up. So this is, again, something that we have to look out for with Black women, right? And I'll definitely do a live stream for our women once, you know, I would say I may save it for the month of breast cancer awareness, which I believe is October. So yeah, and thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, we got 124 folks in here. Once your comments read and you got any questions, go ahead and send your boys super chat. Appreciate it. Let's continue. So, and this is just for Black men in prostate cancer right here from 1975 to 2018. Once again, you can see, you know, how it's decreased. Keep going. And this is the rate per 100,000. That's about 37, 38. Now, this is good. This was the 2002 expected figures for cancer cases. About 111,000 cancer cases in Black men and 112,000 in Black women are expected to be newly diagnosed. The most commonly diagnosed cancers are prostate, lung, and colon rectum. We just went over this stuff. So deaths, about 36,000 Black men and 37,000 Black women are expected to pass of cancer in 2022. Lung cancer is the most common cancer of death among Black men, and then followed by prostate cancer, whereas breast cancer leads with Black women, followed by lung cancer. So, and this is just for your own essay. So just in case you get into any discussions about this stuff, hopefully I'm giving you some great information where you can speak intelligently about this stuff, right? No, it may seem boring now, but I promise you, being aware is definitely important. And these are the same numbers. We just went over this. No need to go over the death rates again. And this is basically giving you a comparison of cancer incidence between Black and white people. Notice, you know, the print is small, but yeah, this is how it reads. As you guys can see here, let me go to prostate for Black men. 172.6 cases per 100,000. Or my bad, not per 100,000. From 2014 to 2018, white men had 99.9%. And then the absolute difference between Black and white men was 72.7. And then for Black women, let's go with breast it was 127 as a and compared to white women, it is 132. So that's a minus 5.4% absolute difference. So black women, even though they're a smaller percentage, are doing very well, even though one case is too many. But yeah, so they have less absolute difference than white women. And that's just the deaths. No need to go over that again. Now, one of the biggest questions, and this is my wheelhouse. Can cancer be prevented? A substantial proportion of cancer is preventable, including all cancers caused by tobacco use. Overall, at least 42% of newly diagnosed cancers are potentially avoidable, including the 19% caused by smoking and the 18% caused by a combination of excess body weight, physical inactivity, excess alcohol consumption, and poor nutrition. These are all things that we've discussed on this channel ad nauseum. I did many live streams and, just talks, had people come up and talk about fitness, nutrition. So this is why it's important. And of course, in the lead in to the show, I actually put together a video of me juicing. And I'm going to actually play it again here once we get through a couple of these images. But yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys understand. Yeah, I'm going to tell you to, get your fruits and vegetables in and go work out. And I'm going to be doing the same, just so you guys know that I'm not sitting there on my ass and not doing anything. I want to be around too. I got kids. I got a girl. So yeah, so my daughter, it's important. We got to stick around. Let's see here. Now, survival and stage distribution says the overall 5-year relative survival rate for prostate cancer is 96% for black men and 98% for white men. So we do have a 96% survival rate from prostate cancer. However, there's still that 4%. And that 4%, there probably was some guys in there that it could have been treated earlier and preventable, right? Because once cancer starts to gravitate into different stages, then, it's all downhill from there. And I know people who've suffered from prostate cancer, you guys have probably received this information as well. And also, for those of you who've had family members that had cancer and they either overcame or they passed, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the different stages that come with a cancer diagnosis, right? So let's continue. And we just talked about the prostate screenings. And like I said, guys, here, black men are different. So among ages 55 to 69 year PSA testing declined from 48 to 37%, 11% decline between 2010 to 2018 among black men, and from 50 to 40% among white men. So the reason why I read that is because there are a lot of black men who are older that are declining to have a PSA test when it's more important for y'all than it is for younger men. So I don't understand why the decline in people actually getting the test done, but don't let that be you, right? Especially for the younger guys out there. And again, like I said, they said the American Cancer Society recommends that these discussions begin at age 45. But again, black folks, we're different. So we have to make sure that we get our checkups more, rapidly than other races of people. And again, I'm only 44 years old, and I've been getting PSA tests since 2012, but it was for good reason. They thought I had prostate cancer when I was stationed in Portugal. So I had to go, run through all the tests or whatever. It was a lot, So yeah, but fortunately for me, I didn't have it. But I've been getting tested since 2012, right? So let's continue. And there's another look at my last test. Sorry, I showed you guys that. And this is just screening. It can be prevent let's see, prostate right here. They catch it early. And then let's continue. And this is just some early detection things, just telling you guys smoking excessively and things of that nature. So, and then once again, they talk about excess body weight, alcohol, diet, physical activity, all things that you guys understand. And this is the diet. It says an estimated 4 to 5% of cancer cases can be attributed to poor diet. Patterns high in processed and red meat, starchy foods, refined carbohydrates, and sugary drinks are associated with higher risk of developing cancer. I just talked about the foods that we eat, right? So I'm glad they highlighted this. Conversely, dietary patterns emphasizing a variety of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, fish or poultry, and few red and processed meats are associated with lower cancer risk. Diet is also influenced by access to healthy food, which is influenced by socioeconomic and common community factors. So I already talked about food insecurity. I actually have a published PubMed article about food insecurity in low-income areas. So that definitely affects the Black community. If we don't have grocery stores that provide good fresh fruit, then it's tough for us to eat healthy. And sometimes that happens based off of our socioeconomic position, right? So yeah, and I know the jokes is like, yeah, it costs less to just buy McDonald's, or it costs less to just eat out. It's not true, but but I understand what you guys are saying. So, but it's some things that we have to clear up. So, and also while I'm reading this stuff, I did play the 5-minute juicing video that I put together for you guys as a lead-in. If you missed that, I have it here. So if you want me to play that video once again, I will after we get done going over this these information. So put a 1 in the chat if you want to see that full juicing video that I did. And I just basically put together a concoction of libido helping fruits and vegetables, right? Since we're on the topic of prostate, which goes into erectile dysfunction. Yeah, definitely important that you kind of learn about this stuff, because I can definitely play it again if you guys like. So, oh, Bill Reed said 1. Okay, cool. All right, we got 110 folks in here, and then let's get to a couple last things. And this is just for the overweight. Among both Black men and women, overweight prevalence was similar to their white counterparts. But instead of going over that, let me show you the figures. So this was from 1976 to 2018. And I'm actually doing this for a reason, because I want to clear up some misconceptions. And I did this before, where people in the Black community say Black men are complaining about Black women being overweight. However, they are just as overweight. It's actually not true. So if you look here, since 1976 to 2018, there's only been about one time where white men and Black men had crossed paths, being the least obese. But as of now, and as recent as 2018, Black men are the least obese when compared to Black women, and white men. And as you see at the top, Black women, that's why I keep harping on this. Stop following that body positivity trend. That does not help you guys, because Black women, you see, the only ones separated from the pack are y'all. So that's why this is important. And it's not me sitting there trying to make fun. I'm dead serious, for lack of a better word, but come on, man. And this is how it breaks down. And you can actually see the youth numbers as well. This should shock Black women also, if you have children. So starting from the top, adults age 20 and up, as you see here, Black men and white men are about the same when it comes to overweight. The lighter shade color is overweight, and then obese is the darker brown color. So you see here, black men are less obese than white men. But then when you go to black women are less overweight than white women. However, they are more obese by a long shot, by 17%. And this is where that 80%, overweight and obese number comes from that you guys hear people quoting. Now, if you go to the adolescent years, 12 to 19, so young black boys and men, 9% were overweight for black men, and 22% were obese. And this is from 2017 to 2018 when compared to young white males. There you go, 12 to 19. And then for younger females between 12 and 19, black was 17% were overweight and 39% were obese at the younger age. But this is where it gets a little bit crazy because you see at kids 6 to 11, we still have 14% of our children that are overweight and 22% of our black boys being obese at that young age. And then it's 19% overweight for our young black little girls, and then 26% obese, and then so on and so forth for children aged 2 to 5. So this is a very telling slideshow. So even we're still leading, when our kids are younger. So this is important, man. It's an important topic. And this is how it breaks down throughout the states. You see that dark color right there, dark black. That's where 40% of the state where black people live are obese. You see what? Where y'all staying right now? So I'm gonna just look at the black states. In Louisiana, 40%, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, what is that? Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, and South Carolina. That's where 40% of the black population is obese. That's crazy. And it's compared to non-Hispanic white. You see that change in the color of the map? Yeah. See that? I'll zoom out. It's pretty nuts. So LJ, thank you for the super chat and breaking the drought, brother. He sent thanks for sharing the weight stats, bro. It's good to know where we stand. Yeah, and I want black men to understand this, of course, because I just hate the false narratives that are painted out there. Now, if you guys want to go back and look at this for yourself, this is too small, but this just breaks down the selected cancers for people in the different states. So if you want to go ahead and review this stuff on your own, I will put the link in the description once we get done here. So that's just basically what they're showing you right there. All right, cool. And that's the end of the sweet stuff. I know y'all was like, man, that was a lot. Feel like I'm in school, but nah, I had to share that because there will come a point where, and let me say this. One of the main reasons why I did this live stream is because I saw black men having erectile dysfunction and prostate cancer being used against them as a shaming tactic. Yeah. And some of this stuff is nothing that we can do about it. And I was like, well, let me put out actual statistics to let people know that, for one, there's a small percentage of black men who actually get prostate cancer, and there's a even smaller percentage of black men who die from prostate cancer. And that's not to diminish the reasoning or the reason why I'm doing this live stream, because there is a purpose, because it is the highest leading form of cancer for black men, right? Outside of lung cancer. So yeah, and I showed there's a lot of people using that against black men. Black men, we get us dying earlier, that gets used against black men in these arguments on social media. Black men die faster. That's why they do this and do that. And it's foolery, man. But yeah, so that's why I put out this information. Original Man, the $2 super chat. He says, similarly, KS did shows like this regard and say, oh, I didn't know that. I must have not watched those shows, man. Thank you, brother. See here, Christopher Dukes. This new age shaming that's happening in the community is ridiculous and actually sad. Yeah, I saw that. That's why, I saw the woman saying that, it's more black men in nursing homes and living assisted homes. And I'm like, I didn't know that was used against us. And then I seen black men dying being used against us as well. So, wow, Lord. All right, but yeah, so I'm going to take a quick break. But as I promised, we had some ones in the chat. Chuck Williams said he wanted to see that juicing video. So I'm going to let that go ahead and play. It's going to be 5 minutes long. So while I go take a restroom break and play this video, make sure y'all get the likes up for one. We got 122 folks in the building. And also send in those cash apps and super chats. I would greatly appreciate it. And as I speak, let me go ahead and acknowledge Mr. Radar for sending in the $10 cash app. I see you, good brother. He says, for Media Man, keep crunching those numbers. Thank you, good brother. I really appreciate it. Like I said, sometimes I don't get that much traction with these types of videos, but just to see you guys sending in those cash apps and super chats, definitely appreciate it. But we're going to definitely get into some foolery once I get back from playing this video. So go ahead and enjoy this. Here we go. here we go. So I seen a question. This is good stuff. I'm glad somebody asked this. Let me see here. Somebody said, who's that? Mad Villain NY said, isn't it best to eat the whole fruit and vegetable? And I'm assuming that you're talking about for the fiber, right? So there is some fiber is lost when you juice. However, when you have a slow processing juicer, it tends to keep more of the fiber that you use. However, you are not far off, sir. That's why I take these, right? So in every juice, well, in the morning juice that I take, I put a benefiber in there, right? And let me show you how these look. You ever seen these? Come in little packets. Just for, like if you want to put it in a water bottle, it has no flavor, right? It is perfect and it dissolves very fast. So any fiber that's lost from the juicing process, I go ahead and add it back. But also, and this is directly from the Mayo Clinic. Of course, I'm going to do my research before getting a juicer. It said juicing is no healthier than eating whole fruits and vegetables. Juicing often involves using a machine to take out the juice from the fresh fruits or vegetables. The liquid contains most of the vitamins, minerals, and plant chemicals found in the fruit. But whole fruits and vegetables also have healthy fiber, which is lost during most juicing. And that was from the older juices. This new Cool Rings Auto 10 juicer, man, it keeps damn near everything. You'll be surprised how much juice you can get out of one serving of fruit, right? So yeah, so that's why I use the benefiber just in case I'm losing any, but it keeps a lot of the fiber that you would have if you just ate the whole fruit. And there's also things that you can do with the pulp that shoots out of the juicer, but I don't eat it. I don't need to. But yeah, so that's why I make sure every time I juice, I make sure it's vegetable heavy. I can take the taste of something being like a little bitter because I know that I need more vegetables. Because one thing that can happen when people juice is they'll put all these sweet fruits together, and that can spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin, and it's not a good thing. So you need to make sure it's a balanced juice instead of just waking up in the morning, getting some of your favorite fruits such as oranges, mangoes, pineapples, all these acidic, sweet fruits. Put those together and you drink that every morning. That may not be a good thing. You need to add some carrots in there, something, just so you could take that down and kind of even it out, right? So yeah, and of course I do have my little juices that I like to drink that aren't necessarily healthy, but for the most part I have 3 juices now a day. It used to be 2. So I have my little libido bomb that you guys just saw on the screen there. I have my green drink in the morning, and I also have an orange drink before the gym, which gives me energy. And sometimes I'll do another beet drink before I go to sleep because it does help sleep. There are some studies out there that says having beetroot helps you sleep better, and I've been sleeping very well recently. So kudos to beetroot. Oh, and also let me give you some of the information on some of the fruits that I use for that juicing. So you guys seen berries, cranberries, raspberries, strawberries. These let me see here. And this is just going based off of libido enhancing, since we're talking about prostate cancer. Fruits with a high number of flavonoids, which are found in spades and berries, were associated with a 14% decreased risk of erectile dysfunction. So you guys seen me had that in there. And then also chili peppers. It's an anti-inflammatory. And there's also evidence suggesting that a beneficial factor on adipose tissue, and meaning chili peppers could potential support for weight loss and also weight management. And then let's go up to watermelon. In the 2014 scientific study, watermelon given to rats functioned like an aphrodisiac, significantly increasing mounting behavior, intromission frequency, and ejaculatory latency, meaning longer time to ejaculate. So y'all won't be busting fast. Oh man, and it also metabolizes L-arginine, which supports nitric oxide production, which supports blood flow and combats erectile dysfunction. All good things, right, men? And then also apples help with stronger erection, erectile function. It boosts resilience to obesity, all this type of stuff. And you guys seen that I had 8 in there, so we all juice here. So pomegranate, definitely one of the good ones. It's a stress-induced blood restriction. It was reduced in a test group. Let's see here. And it also helps with erectile dysfunction and blood flow. And then, of course, beet juice, as I stated before, right? So, yeah, so this is a good point. Chauncey, I did a whole live stream about this a while back, semen retention. Yeah, stop tugging and pulling on yourselves. Stop jacking off. That can help you help you as well. Don't get desensitized. I know we like to talk about women using them damn roses and wands and being desensitized, you know, from using them too frequently. But if you jack off too much, yeah, it's going to affect you as a man as well. So stop. So let's see. And thank you, MC Recovery and Relapse with $2 super chat. Said I do juicing videos and I explain the antioxidants. Good on you, brother. Love to see it. Thank you, good brother. And then we got Othello Logos. What's going on, man? With the $10 super chat, he said, "Our man on the wall. Good to see you, man. You keep us sharp, brother, and I appreciate you for it. And shout out to the good sister Mona always. Cheers, ladies and gents. Man, thank you for coming in and dropping that bomb on your boy. Good to see Othello in here. And thank you for those kind words and shouting out Mona. Let's see here. We got any new super chats? Yeah. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, tugging and pulling on yourself. Get out of there. I'm playing with yourself. Here we go. Othello Logos with the $5 super chat is a medium man sensual chocolate. That's funny. Yo. Oh man. Let's see here. Prince Paxton. Every time, man, all I gotta do is look up. I probably could have said that name before it even popped up with the $49.99 bomb. As always, he said, always got to stop by and show some love. Keep killing it, brother. Man, I greatly appreciate it, man. Damn, I think you on the streak just like Dante Bryant for being the show sponsor at some point during the show. I remember we had that battle where people were just sending in big money cash apps. I don't know how it started. And Prince Paxton was definitely involved in that, brother. I thank you. Let me go ahead and update you real quick. And shouts out to Bill Reed and also Jeremy Josias for being the show sponsor up to this point. Greatly appreciated y'all, brothers. Let's see here. Prince Paxton. Bam. Where'd it go? Here we go. Got you. Thank you, good brother. Always a pleasure to put you up on there. And then Jamal Obama said fasting also helps with your health. Yeah. And I may have to start reposting all this stuff because, yeah, you guys are bringing up some great points. But everything that we're talking about, I've done live streams. So, yes, I just wish it was an easier way to refer to these things. But, yeah, you are definitely right, brother Jamal. Let's see here. And like I said, man, time to get to the foolery. Definitely time to get to the fool. Man, y'all, I'm trying. Othello with the $50 cash super chat. He said, "Damn, Paxton, my arch nemesis." Yeah, that was funny, man. You remember that? Y'all boys is going back and forth, man. Let me go ahead and put you in there, man. My bad, brother. I want to outdo Othello. Let's see. Logos and Prince Paxton. Let's put 50 in there, y'all boys. showing are today's show sponsors. Bam. Got both y'all in there. Let's cook. Man, I greatly appreciate it, man. That was hilarious, man. I was like, what is y'all brothers doing? But I greatly appreciate it. Y'all actually funded the new studio. So I remember I told y'all that. We was like, yeah, we took care of everything because of y'all. So thank you. So let's get to this dang foolery. What I got first? What do I want to start with first? Let's start with the Drea Michelle thing. So real quick, guys, I got a question for the men in the chat. Who was your like high school or crush? You may have a crush till this day, right? But when you were in high school, what woman was your significant crush? Like if you were to say that, hey man, I want this woman. This is the woman that I want to be with. She looked great. She looked good to me. Who was your crush back in the day? I know mine was definitely Robin Givens. I also liked Hillary Banks. I thought Tatiana Ali was cute, but she wasn't no Hillary. And also, what's God dog it, Stacey Dash. Lord have mercy. Y'all remember Stacey Dash in the movie Mo Money? Goodness gracious. And I know y'all may have some issues with her now, but that woman was bad. So that's a good one. Marie. Man, oh man, Prince Paxton said can't outdo the chat. My bad, yo. I didn't mean to start a war, man. Yo, that's funny. Hey, I didn't mean to start a war, man. Hold on, let me see. Let me go and update. Prince Paxton had to overtake it. I guess he liked to be alone. Let's see here. Got you, brother. That's funny. Can't outdo the champ. My guy. I greatly appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Sheila E. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Alicia Keys. Yep. Oh, Alicia Keys. Nia Long. Woo. Top tier back in the day. Othello. Man, Christy Brinkley, Lord have mercy. Christy Brinkley used to be the one. Her, I still love Denise Richards. Lord, let me get swung on. Denise Richards from Wild Things. Y'all remember? Ooh, Lord. Okay. Somebody said, I knew Mad Villains. I knew someone was going to say Nia Long. Oh, yeah, nah, man. Nia Long. Let me see. What was my favorite movies of her? Of course, when she was in Friday. Love Jones. She is beautiful in that. My goodness. Let's see here. Who else we got? Paula Patton, beautiful woman. Vanessa Williams, bad. Rachel True. Oh, yeah. Lauryn Hill. Let's see. Dante Brown with the $5 super chat. He said, Lauryn Hill, she shaped my preferences in women for a long time. Oh, wow. Man, that's a great story, man. That movie, The Miseducation, album, amazing. Let's see here. Thank you, Dante Bryan, as always, man. I said, yeah, Sade, she's always been my go-to. I've loved Sade for years. Maya, Maya's still bad. If y'all ain't seen her lately. Whoopi Goldberg. Now, you know what's funny, Alex Mack? I can show you. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something. Real quick. And I did this before. Whoopi Goldberg. Let me show y'all something real quick. Where's that picture? I used to have a picture of Whoopi Goldberg when she was younger. Whoopi Goldberg was very attractive. It's not, I got to show y'all the picture. I'll find it eventually. But yeah, she used to be very attractive at one point, man. I know some, like, we always remember her from Color Purple, right? But she used to be very attractive when she was a younger woman. I'm going to find that picture. I'm going to put it up. Let's see here. Tony Braxton. Ooh, good one. Let me see here. Debbie Gibson, yes. Jane Kennedy. Oh, wasn't Jane Kennedy? Was she the one in the car wash movie when she was strutting around? Was that her? Was that Jane Kennedy? Or was she the one in those old penitentiary movies? I always get Jane Kennedy, Apollonia, and who else? Jane Kennedy, Apollonia, and the other woman. I always get the Vanity. There you go. Oliver. Yeah, I always get those three mixed up. Stephanie Mills used to be bad. Yeah, I like seeing this. Yeah, Mona. Yeah, she was a very pretty young woman back in the day, man. And I think a lot of guys know that. Yeah, Jane Kennedy was a sports broadcaster, just bad. Goodness gracious, she was one of the baddest. Lord, Janet always. That's like, I think Janet was black men's kryptonite back because she had that soft, sweet voice and she looked good. Lord have mercy. So the reason why I said that, since we're gonna talk about Dre and Michelle, we all had crushes, right? Just imagine if you were in high school at, well, let's say 17, 18 years old, then 4 years later, you had access to the actual woman that you had postered on your wall, or the woman that you considered your crush. That is what Jalen Green has faced. And let me show you why. So if y'all want to talk some mess and try and get on him for the reason why, he just made some missteps, but this may be the reason why he decided to mess with Dre and Michelle.
Wonder when you gonna win. Taking shots we built from bricks, like hearing thumps of rims and techniques of a drummer. Since I'm in the Midwest, not the best season of summer. I know I won't let the devil stress me over numbers, cause likes don't mean a thing. I go to outer space so I can write to human beings and decompress from nights I spend in ICUs. Just hearing ICU might give someone more light than you could dream. My pen bleeds in the picture.
Yeah. So that may be a reason why this young brother decided to go ahead and skeet all up in Dre and Michelle. Now, if you had the chance to get your crush, you was $1 million young man, and she was interested in you, would you take it? Be honest, gentlemen. Would you take it? You absolutely would, right? The only thing that this brother did wrong was to get that woman pregnant. Not saying that, he was wrong for sleeping with her, because I can understand why. Drea Michelle is an attractive woman. She has a past, definitely has a past. She already got 2 kids by 2 different men, right? This will be her 3rd. She's been in multiple scandals with Orlando Scandrick, the old Cowboys football player, leaving her kid at home when she was younger. It was a lot of things that she was going through, but nothing that ever declined on Drea Michelle was her attractiveness. So there's a reason why she keeps getting access to these types of men. So, and also Jalen Green, he was definitely stupid for getting her pregnant, especially her being 39 years old, him being 22, and her also having a kid that's the same age as Jalen Green, which is absolutely nuts, right? And I see a lot of women defending this. Well, men do it all the time. I'm like, it's not all the time that men get some younger woman pregnant, that's the same age as his daughter. Like, come on, y'all. It's just getting outrageous at this point. Y'all ain't men. You know what I'm saying? And this is all kinds of wrong, right? But I understand where Jalen Green was coming from. The brother had access to a woman that was probably on his wall. He probably seen her on Instagram every day. Hell, some of y'all probably see Drea on Instagram. And y'all like, damn, that woman bad. But you know better than to get her pregnant or to wife that woman up. Because there's, and I don't condone this, dudes pillow talking online. I've seen Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young talking about stories about Drea back in the day, because Gilbert Arenas used to mess with her as well. Thought that, it was some speculations that one of the kids that she has was actually Gilbert Arenas's, right? So I don't condone men pillow talking, but yeah, but the young guy, Jalen Green, he needs to get smarter. He has a strong circle around him, and sometimes these messages don't resonate as they're supposed to. So yes, she was definitely wrong. I consider her, That's wild to do this, but it is legal. So I cannot be a hypocrite and sit here and condone men for age gap dating and then sit here and condone her for dating some younger guy. But just getting pregnant and have a kid the same age already, that's nuts to me, right? But yeah, so we can all understand where Jalen Green is coming from. We would have took that chance if our crush was staring us smack in the face and she DM'd us and was like, "Hey, what up, though?" You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, "Oh no, sister." No, you're not gonna do that. So I wanted to make sure we set the table before we move forward. Let's see here. Claudia Jordan. Yeah, man. You know what's funny? Claudia Jordan has always been attracted to me, but her opinions on black men, it's makes her ugly as hell. So Ghostbeard says somebody should have told that boy. Yeah, and they do. They get formal and informal lectures about these types of women. And I remember Deion Sanders, he caught a lot of flack for actually bringing Brittany Renner to one of their spring practices, I believe. Y'all remember that? People was like, man, why are he giving that woman attention and bring her over there? I was like, she was telling them, you got to watch out for this, this, and this, because these women will try and trap you. Case in point, Jalen Green. Maybe the Houston Rockets should have brought Brittany Renner in there before this happened, right? So, and also LaMelo Ball, he's dating a Instagram chick. I believe her name is Anna Montana. She's like in her 30s, and he's a young dude. I think he's not even 22 yet, I don't think. So these dudes got to watch out. His brother just got a Jello, got an Instagram model pregnant, a basketball wives or whatever she is, hip hop Atlanta star. These dudes, I understand it because these women are attractive, but you got to protect yourselves. You can't just be raw in everything, man. Oliver, he said, can't even hate. She fine as heck. Yeah, man. She's a beautiful woman. Mad Villain NY. That's why you need a father to tell you, but not get her pregnant. And I think he comes from a 2-parent household, brother. So Mona said, Dre is beautiful even now at 39. Yeah, it's not, you can't deny that, you know. And she's going viral for multiple things, but they never say anything about the way that woman looked. So let's see. Jay said in a heartbeat, yeah. And Mad Villain said, yeah, but I ain't skeeting her. Yeah, that's the thing. He messed up. And Pam Grier, oh yeah, y'all know, you may be new to my channel. I almost got in trouble talking about Pam Grier. I gave y'all a list of movies where Pam Grier has spillage. everything spilling out. Damn near every old Pam Grier movie, it had to be written in her contract that her titties had to be displayed. Hey, you know, we used to sneak and watch some damn movies. Hey, spilling out, everything just hanging out. They just say they hanging out. So don't listen to me. Don't go back and watch Pam Grier movies because of me. But I'm gonna just let y'all know they out. So Bill Reed with $10 super chat. He said, but why get him prego? Yeah, that's the thing. He effed up. So thank you for that, brother. But yeah, so listen, thinking about spillage. Pam Grier. Let me see here. So let me know in the chat if y'all want the age gap statistics, you know, in regards to Americans first, or you want another video first? Because I got the statistics for you before we get into the videos and also some slideshow type things or whatever. Matter of fact, let's do the stats first. Not too many, because we want to make sure we have these conversations in good faith and think about what Americans and how Americans feel about age gap dating. So if you guys look here, let me give you a little bit of background on what Ipsos is. Ipsos is the world's third largest insights and analytics company, present in 90 markets and employing more than 18,000 people. The reason why I said that is because we always have to justify and verify our references. So this is a very good reference. So they did a poll. Many Americans have engaged in age gap dating. You see that? New Ipsos poll finds gender imbalances and what Americans find socially acceptable when dating. So this is right up our alley. Check this out. This is the information about the studies. So from May 5th to 6th, 2022, they surveyed a sample of 1,005 adults age 18 plus from the continental U.S., Alaska, Hawaii, was interviewed online in English. This poll has a credibility interval plus or minus of 3.8 percentage points for all respondents. So this is a very reputable survey. At the top there, you can see men are more likely than women, 65% versus 56%, to say it's acceptable for a woman to date someone 10 years or more younger than her. For women, not for men, right? So men have no problem with women age gap dating, right? However, there are no gender differences in perceptions of men dating younger, where 72% of men and 70% of women agree that it's socially acceptable. So if 71% of both men and women think it's socially acceptable for men to age gap date, why the hell in the black community are we having this conversation? And why are black women pissed off at black men for being able to age gap date? Nobody in other races really even talk about this stuff until it starts to benefit black men if they qualify for a younger woman. One thing that you cannot and you will not do, black community, is shame men into being stepfathers and shaming them into dating women who they don't want to date, right? That's never going to happen. So no matter how many times y'all try and discourage or degrade black men for dating younger women, just remember that women have the power of choice. They determine who they want to date and the reasons why. And I've already told you guys multiple times, and I'm going to go ahead and share it once again.
But you ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up in it.
Nate don't care. Nate don't care why that woman is there. He just cares that she's there. So again, y'all not going to sit there and shame black men into dating a 35-year-old woman if he's 35, or a 45-year-old woman if he's 45. That's left up to his decision, his discretion. He could date whoever the hell he wants, because y'all don't complain when you hear all these women talking about sugar daddies. I want to date older men because they have more stability, right? We never hear any issues. And if you guys didn't know, and shout out to Theo Coop real quick, because he actually did a video on this first young woman that I'm about to play. This is a very common practice with black women in our community, especially young black women. Yes, they are actively searching for older men. You don't think I'm lying? Let me show y'all something real quick.
Why your ass can't find a sugar daddy. Just in case anyone was wondering why I'm so qualified to give any sugar baby advice, I'm Maya, a sugar baby in Miami who hasn't paid bills in a while, so she decided to get on TikTok and become a sugar baby teacher because she has nothing else better to do. Now, I've only been in the sugar baby world for 9 years.
She said, I've only been in the sugar baby world for 9 years. That's a long time, ma'am. That's not a long time, y'all. Being a sugar baby for 9 years? Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go.
As of October. And I'm no expert, but I do know a thing or two. Y'all saw I watch Wanna Eat.
Now look. That's the same woman. That is the same woman. And I'm not trying to shame her, but there is a distinct difference from what I saw, because I did not believe that was her, right? And this is not anything about colorism because she's doing a nefarious career field being a sugar baby, but that's the same woman. That is absolutely nuts because she has all that makeup on. Y'all probably don't believe me. Like, there can't be the same woman. It absolutely is, right? So, yeah, so let's continue.
Videos, and I felt inspired. Okay, my girl told me to keep my band on for an hour, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep my band on for an hour.
Now, look, this is important, and I want younger women to pay attention because I know y'all ninja watching. Look at what that says. When your sugar daddy is here to collect payment for that B-Day trip in that Chanel bag. Listen, look at her.
Oh,
You want to see men in the
but
40s?
you ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up in it.
So that's what's going to happen, right? Because on social media, for some odd reason, and she's the only one that's actually honest with her sugar baby experience. Because most women, they'll sit there and tell younger women that you'll get men to pay, pay for things, pay your rent, pay your bills, and they're not expecting anything in return. They just want your company. They just want a beautiful woman on their arm when they go to these restaurants. No. At some point, you're going to have to go on ahead and bend that damn knee. Go ahead and lay on down, and so he can collect his payment. Like she said, right? So this is to clear up any misconceptions that you're going to sit there and run game on a man who has made hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, and you're going to just think that he wants you to be around him. No. What you're talking about is a man on his deathbed, 96 years old or something like that, and he just want some fresh young titties around him. Something like Anna Nicole's situation or a Hugh Hefner situation. Not with no man between the ages of, let's say, 40 to 60, 70 years old. No, you're going to have to give it on up, sister. And that's another thing for these older women. Stop lying to these younger women and sending them out there on dummy missions, thinking that they're going to be able to finesse some man out of their money and they ain't going to have to give up no booty. No, that's not the real world. Sugar baby require you giving them some sugar. And Nate don't care. So I just want to make sure. Look, see him out there. I was tripping. Mom said, that cat is working OT. I'm like, man, it's 9 years. Oh, yeah. This back in the day without makeup, she averaged at best. Yeah, and it's funny. On her page, she's doing what she need to do. She going on these trips. I think her preference is white men. And I got some history for y'all. Oh, man, this is going to be great. I'm going to get to that early. We're going to skip. Right after this, I'm going to get to the history as to why black women who want a sugar baby or date older men, a lot of them say they don't want to date black men. And there's a reason for that. So somebody said, drop that neck, man. Yeah. Jay Flynn said, remember when we all thought that Nate was a villain? Now he's a hero. Yeah, Nate was absolutely the hero. You know what I'm saying? A favor for a favor. You need this bread. I don't know what she was going through. Some bills need to be paid. Oh, you're going to get this money, but you're going to get this weenie too. So well, let's listen to what they have to say. Here we go.
Very old school. They lead, they provide, they protect, and they want you to follow their lead. And the thing is, they don't even comprehend the whole feminine, masculine energy discourse because to them, that style of dating is all they know.
So the girls that are looking for a man that can provide financial security, let's have a conversation. Let's have a talk.
Mistake a lot of girls make in their 20s when they're dating older guys is trying to make it seem like they have their life all sorted out. Like, yeah, I'm paying my own bills. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You need to test him. See if he's going to help you elevate. And if he's not even trying to help you elevate, then why are you talking to a guy that's 15 years, 20 years older than you if he's not even trying to elevate you? Yeah, babe, how are you? Hope you ate. Baby, I'm having a hard time right now. Yeah, I need to pay my rent. Or my school fees are due and my rent is due and I need some money for some books. I need a new laptop. The laptop that I just got, it got a virus on it and it had all my school work on it. I'm so hurt right now. I don't know what to do. And being an older guy, he is stable. If that man does not make any provisions to help you or say, oh, babe, don't worry, I got you on the rent, or babe, don't worry, I'm going to get you a new laptop. He doesn't try to help you with at least one thing. Next caller.
All right. So she's trying to give advice on how to get older men to pay for bills. How many is older men in the chat? Let's say 40 and up. Would that work on you? A woman that you're not probably getting no sex from yet, and she call you and say, hey, my bill's due. Can you just send me some money? Would that work on y'all easily? Black men? Probably not. And I'm going to show you why. But she got some more information. This one is hilarious. Here we go.
This tip with girls who are in their early 20s and they may be dating an older guy because older guys just seems to be attracted to them because you are so mature for your age. Don't be scared to ask them for some money. Don't be scared. The only reason why most older guys, I feel like they go for younger girls is because they know that younger girls don't really know their worth yet. So when he asks you how much you need to tell him nothing below $2,000. You need to tell him, I need $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Yeah, you need it all.
Here are
nothing below $2,000. So she's I guess instructing women to ask for nothing more than $2,000. Right? Would that work on y'all? You just giving the money out? For black men, it probably won't. But that's why there's a narrative out there. Let me show you guys something real quick. And like I said, I'm skipping the line here. But I'm going to show you this video, and then I'm going to explain some history. Here we go. And again, shout out to Theo. I was watching one of his live streams. I did not know that there was another woman doing the same thing that Kendra G is doing in regards to a dating show. Her name is Ashley Dalton. And this is a clip from a young woman who had premiered on her show before. This is the second time on here. And she says that she lives in Beverly Hills, but I found some fallacies in that. You know, I spent a lot of time in Southern California. I don't believe this is true, but it's because she's always walking around in Beverly Hills. But listen to what she has to say about the type of men that she prefers to date. Here we go.
I get told I should be a model every day. That's how tall I am. Like I told you before, I don't like black men. I don't like black men at all. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
She don't like black men.
I like Armenians. I like Caucasian. No black men.
Okay, how much money does he have to make per year?
Well, I said 500K at first, but the prices have gone up from there because I've been meeting some 500K. So $1 million. I live in Beverly Hills, California. A house in Beverly Hills is 500K. So he can make $1 million a year. That's nothing. That's bare minimum.
So this young woman, for one, she said that she don't want black men, right? And she also said that a man has to make $1 million or up in order to be with her. And she said that in Beverly Hills, houses cost $500,000. Do y'all know anything about California real estate? You cannot buy a house in Beverly Hills for $500,000. You can barely buy a box in Beverly Hills for $500,000. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Let me know. Where's my Cali people in there? I'm from California, so I definitely know. Since I've been born, there ain't been no houses worth $500,000 in Beverly Hills. You better go ahead and quadruple that number, sister. Your lying ass. Let me get this real quick. Hold on. Othello Logos, $5 super chat said, damn, our coochie coupon still valid? All that, huh? That's funny. Thank you, brother. But look here. Yeah, Jay, yeah, you living in Cali. You like 500K? Yeah. In Beverly Hills? You gonna find a house in Beverly Hills for 500K? Oh my goodness. Something wrong with this woman. But look, so, and like I said, you hear a lot of black women, they, when they're in this type of industry like prostitution, sugar babying, or whatever, they always encourage other black women to go for older white men. And there's a reason for that. If you guys are familiar with any pimpology, shout out to Sugar Free. Sugar Free taught me this. he said that the reason why he prefers that his prosty client or prosty women go for white men is because black men, we tend to think that we can game our way into getting the booty for free. Yeah. So that's why a lot of women, they try and go for white men because white men are more willing to pay for their services up front because black men tend to look for a deal. That's why you hear this $40 narrative. I'm going to give you this $40 and that's going to be about it. Or you go into the strip club and you try and whisper in a woman's ear and say, man, baby, you don't have to be doing this. Let me take you down. I could take care of you. Knowing you ain't got no good, good reason to be telling that woman that, but you basically trying to use your mouthpiece to try and get it for free. So that's why women tend to go for white men because white men tend to be more on the trick type to just pay the money. And white men know this. And the reason why I know this is because I did my history on this, but black women don't even understand why they're predisposed to doing that. And it's based off of this book. The history of honky. Have you guys heard this term before? Honky. Why? This was a term that was used to, it was like a racial epithet used towards white men. They called them honkies. And do you guys know the history behind that? Let me let you know. Now, the history of honky. The admin author said, I always wondered, where does the term honky come from? Through research, I found out that it has a very interesting and kind of funny history or roots stemming from the early beginnings of prostitution in the United States. See it. To reduce any delays and chances that someone unexpected may see you, the white man would honk his horn when he arrived at the brothel to indicate that a guest has arrived. A black man would quickly come out, a pimp, take the gentleman inside the brothel, and park his car. Due to the nature of their arrival, black men identified those guests as honkies. At a time where white men were driving up to their favorite brothel in their latest Winton experimental Doris Das Ados Reeves motor wagon or Stent Fuhrer passenger automobile, there were some black men servants who worked for the brothel in order to complete repairs, maintain the property aesthetics, greet guests and visitors, as well as park vehicles. And then to continue with regurgitating this industry, an ordinance was put in place in 1897 to limit prostitution to one small area of the city known as the district or the red light district, once electricity was invented. This area was designated for all prostitutes as the area where they must live and work. The district in New Orleans was named Storyville, and it became the best known area for prostitution. At its peak, it had about 1,500 prostitutes and 200 brothels. Lulu stayed in the industry even after completing 3 years in jail until her death. And this is based off of the book. So basically, white men, like politicians, they would pull up to these brothels, honk their horns, and they didn't want, of course, they didn't want to be seen for dabbling in the brown sugar, but they used to go over there and do that and make sure they got service that way. So white men have always found black women attractive because it was an easy way to get sex, because all they had to do was pay money and the black women would, run out as prostitutes. Fast forward to today. That's what you hear black women saying now. So when you get a young woman on Ashley Dalton's show saying that she don't want black men, it's because of the fact that she don't know that she's predisposed into going for white men because they're easier tricks. So that's basically what that means. So no matter what people say and they try and jazz it up, sugar baby, no, it's still prostitution at the end of the day. You, ma'am, are a 304. So yeah, go ahead and try and milk those white men, because white men are, like I said, they like y'all. Miscegenation laws, we all know the history about this. Slavery days, that's where you get biracial children and all this type of stuff, because it was very rare that a black man slave was going in there running up in Miss Ann. No, And it was unfortunate because those black women were taken advantage of. Just like I feel that black women of today are being taken advantage of by selling their body. But we all know they don't listen to us, me as a black man. So y'all do what you need to do. Go ahead and get that pink meat shoved up in you and get that bread. So, so that is the history of the honky. And that is why black women who partake in sugar babying want to go for white men. There you have it. So, oh man. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Honky Kong original man. Straight 70s. Yeah, Andre? Yeah. Hit Flicks says I've said honky many times throughout my life. Mona said riveting title, but never heard of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I first heard of the original man, from George Jefferson. He used to always call Tom a honky. So Alex Mack as George Jefferson. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see here. Q, the plain sound. Thank you for reaching back and pulling us up, media man. Oh yeah. And I basically did that because I don't want black men to feel bad when you hear a black woman say that she don't want to deal with a black man. Good. Okay. Go get used by that white man, especially girls who are prostitutes. This woman, she has a price on her vagina. She said it's worth $1 million. I beg to differ, but yeah, but I mean, that's what she say. And she said that she prefers other men, outside of black men, even though she's a black woman. And I gave you guys a reason. We like to game our way into getting it for free. And that's what women, they talk about, man, he was good in the end, but or he was good in the beginning, then he changed, because black men know how to talk that talk. There's a certain swagger about us to where, we can, just know how to talk to women, right? And that's not all black men, of course, but the ones who are good with women tend to know what to say. Let's just say that much. And I'm so pissed off. I'm going to find this video, and I'm going to say this because I want to clip this up. I was on Instagram, and how you share stuff back and forth with your homeboys, and I thought I shared this video where it was a woman on a podcast where she said that she went out with this guy who looked the part. He had on all the designer clothes, all this type of stuff, said the right things, went out with him, and she ended up going back home to where he lived or whatever. She said when she went to his house, it was toe down. She, it was a pissy mattress on the ground. It was dirty. It was, no food in the house when she came back with this guy, but he looked good and he dressed good and he said all the right things. And so as she was saying this, a man on the podcast asked her, when you saw all this stuff, you was, shocked, right? And she was like, yeah. He's like, well, did you have sex with him? And she was like, did I have sex with him? No. Then she's like, yeah, I did have sex with him. She still had sex with the brother, right? Even though the house was towed down, pissy mattress, but what did I say? Looks over everything. Or whatever you say to some of our women, it can get you in the door. So in a sense, some of our women are becoming smart. They see white men as better tricks. And I would agree. They are. Because black men ain't coming out the pockets like that. That's why you rarely see some of these age gap dating younger black women on TikTok. They always have like an older white man, because black men, we like, man, we can get this for free. Or we already had it for free. You can go ahead and marry her and spend all this money on her. So that's what tends to happen in these cases. So don't feel bad, black men. They're doing it for a good reason, right? Hopefully they build some generational wealth with that white man's money. I doubt it, but it is what it is. Othello with the $100 bomb on you, boy. He said, meeting man, always the highest pleasure. Can't thank you enough. And Paxton, I shall scream thy name with passionate fury into the open heavens My cunning nemesis cheers mate. Y'all boys battling. Hold on, let me go and update this real quick. Oh, that's hilarious. Othello. Yeah, go ahead and let them women get these white dudes out their bread. And yes, you can say, oh, well, white men tend to have more money. Okay, go get it. Go ahead and get it up out of them. They don't care. They love using y'all. So they've been doing it for decades. So just continue the streak of giving yourself to these white men. So again, thank you, Othello. Thank you, Mona, for acknowledging that. Yeah, I got both of y'all in there. It was just 100, even though you got them by a penny. Y'all boys definitely been supporting your boy. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. So that was a little bit of history, some off the wall history that y'all probably didn't think that you would get over here. That's so funny. Oh man, I was dying laughing when I read that honky shit. It took me straight back to to George Jefferson. Let's look at some of these stats real quick. Oh man, that's funny. All right, so let's get back to some of the Ipsos stats. It says, although a majority of Americans believe it is socially acceptable for both men and women to date someone 10 plus years younger than them, gender imbalances exist. 6 in 10, 60% Americans believes it is acceptable for a woman to date someone 10 plus years younger than her, while 71% believe it is acceptable for a man to date someone 10 plus years younger than him. So there you have it again. Most Americans think it's cool for men to, marry younger. Wonder why the black community hasn't caught on. Oh, because it benefits black men. So I get it. And Americans over the age of 35 are more likely than those under 35 to believe it is socially acceptable for a man to date someone 10 plus years younger than him. 75% versus 60%. So there you have it once again. Everybody else but the black community. And men in general tend to hit their financial peak. I think it's between, I want to say maybe 40, 45 to 60 years old, 59, 60 years old, right? So yeah, once you start going up, you hit 35, you start earning a little more. You hit 45, 50. Oh yeah. The world's your oyster if you keep yourselves up as a man. Not in this qualify for a younger woman doesn't apply to all men. And I'm pretty sure men understand that. So I'm not trying to sell every older man a dream. If you haven't done the work, you ain't got the bread, you're not in some, in good shape, you don't have, a car, house, you just didn't do the work, then you probably won't qualify for these younger women unless it's for a transaction. You giving her $40 and she giving you a little blowsy wozy behind the Motel 6 or something. But but yeah, so let's see here. And this is just the chart, which basically is basically showing you what I told you. 60% versus 71%. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Now, it says, generally speaking, Americans see more benefits to age gap dating than challenges. Physical attractiveness, 39%, and open-mindedness are the top perceived benefits of dating younger. Men are more likely than women, 46% versus 33%, to list physical attractiveness as a benefit of dating younger. I mean, I'm pretty sure men already knew that. Women know that as well. And I know, yes, black community, this is the whole narrative, black women looking good when they older. Yes, it is a thing that black don't crack, but it damn sure swells. So, yes, I believe that black women do age well, but sometimes the poundage just, keep accumulating. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of puts our women in a bad situation, because in order to be a sugar baby, you got to be in some shape, right? So that's a hard truth. Yes, black don't crack, but it swells. So Bass Carson, a blowsy wosy. Where did I see that? The dude, the comedian with the red hair, I think his name was Red. He said that in one of them movies, you get a little blowsy wosy. I think it was in House Party or something. Yeah, so let's keep going. What else we got here? And this is just the poll findings. So if you guys want to, I will definitely link this in the description after the show. You guys can do your own research and you can review this for yourselves. But it was pretty good. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was. It was this. It was incognito. It was Pretty Tony. That was Diamond's father. Pretty Tony was Diamond's father in Players Club. Yeah, he sure did say that. I knew it was a light-skinned older black dude. So blowsy wosy. Bella Rings, good to see you here with the $1.99 super chat, man. Don't judge me off this live stream, Bella. These Wednesday shows, I'll be dying laughing, man. But let's go back to what I posted on the community post. Y'all remember this? Oh, man. So I'll just go ahead and walk through it. It says, older woman. Why are you dating that younger woman? Older man. She showed interest, and I thought that she was attractive. Older woman. Seems weird. Like, what do y'all have in common? What do y'all talk about? Older man who recognizes the shaming language. Well, I talk her through it as I'm effing her. And then the older man says, and when she's with me, she doesn't touch her wallet. Any other questions? Now she mad. So I put that out there for a reason. Because for some crazy, I don't understand why the black community does this. They'll try and shame black men for dating younger. And they'll say, well, what do y'all have in common? Sex. We like to eat in Netflix, in restaurants. Black men don't care if a young woman can't get any references that you say about, the TV show Martin. They don't care, right? They don't care that these women don't know Earth, Wind, and Fire. They don't care that they haven't seen Juice, or they don't listen to Wu-Tang, or they think Nas is boring, and their favorite music artist is Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or whoever the hell else is out there, right? They don't care about that shit. Only y'all who try and shame black men for dating young say dumb stuff like that. What do y'all have in common? Why the hell do you care? We have nakedness in common. We have sex in common. Yeah, that's what the commonality is. So y'all can go ahead and remove that foolery, but she ain't gonna know. What if I say something about Dragonfly Jones from the Martin and she don't laugh? Or I say something about the Jamie Foxx show and she don't get none of my references. Who cares? These dudes don't care. The hell wrong with y'all, man? Anything that black men benefit from is a problem. And that's why I put this here. And this is specifically with black men. Do what the F you want to do. Right? Shout out to Devin the Dude. One of my favorite songs from him. It don't matter how many people on social media get upset. If you have differing opinions about dating young, who cares? What are they going to do to you? It's not their decision. It's that younger woman's decision to deal with the man who has his stuff together. And if he just so happens to be older, continue doing what you got to do. Because y'all know how it is on the other end, right? They're going to defend women to the deaths of them. If a woman dates younger, she winning, right? That's what the black community does. But when a black man does it, it's a problem. But at the end of the day, who cares? Do what the hell you want to do. And that's why I put, It was cool when you qualified. Women know this. Everything was perfectly fine when you was younger, right? And you was trying to date them older dudes, and we could have a whole discussion about black women in high school with boyfriends that was pulling up in Mustangs. Shout out to California, coming to pick them up that had graduated 2 or 3 years ago. We remember these. Ask any black men. I'm not alone on this. We used to see this all the time, right? And I believe that those women were taken advantage of because they was too young to understand what the hell they were doing. Those men were actually predators, but it happened. And that's something that's taboo that we don't talk about in the black community, right? And it's probably still going on till this day. But we remember those days, and those women used to brag, those young girls used to brag about having older men that they were dating while they were in high school and this man was in college. That was a predator, and you were a victim, right? So it's seek therapy, but something that we don't talk about in the black community. Let's see here. Before we move forward, let's listen to what old Shay got to say about this. Old Shannon Sharp. And I got another video on there for y'all as well. Here we go.
To date these young girls that could be old enough, that could be young enough to be their daughters, and don't find that creepy. I respond to say, I don't know why these women be in everybody's business and don't find that creepy. But why? Hold on. But if Stella can get her groove back, Shay go get his groove back.
Come on,
How
man.
Shay got his groove back?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't say no for Stella, because I remember I went to the movie and you clap it. Yeah, child. Do it, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, Shay trying to get his groove back is a problem.
Yeah, it's a double standard. It's a double standard. Depending on, and sometimes this is what they try to do. Older women, this is what older women try to do. Older women will guilt trip you. It will guilt trip you into why you dealing with younger women, and because ain't nobody picking us.
Oh, I don't know why I'm dating them. I'm like, baby, you didn't have a chance no matter what your age was.
And that's what tends to happen, man. If you look at some of the women who be the most vocal, and this is what happens on social media all the time, the women who are the most vocal in their complaints about black men are arguably always the most unattractive women. Wonder why that is. Because you're not getting picked. And that's why I tell men, stop going back and forth with these women who are dating market adjacent. They don't qualify. So you have a reason why, you know the reason why they pissed off. Because they don't qualify for what men are getting. And it bothers them, right? And that should be a rule on social media. If you're going to have an opinion on somebody's looks or their situation, make sure you look the part on your own before you get out there and start having these harsh opinions about somebody's looks or what they're doing with their dating life. What do you look like, ma'am? And stop putting up them damn fake profile pictures. Yes. Every time. My goodness. It's like, man, y'all leave these women alone. They hurting. And the same thing, I seen some dude saying the same thing. I don't judge men's looks, but I'm like, brother, what's the reason? You struggling out here? You sitting there clowning women for stupid stuff, going back and forth on their page? Why are you going into the fire on their page? Get out of there. Ain't there for you. And before I get started, let me just excuse Unk's language. And after this video, but I got another video for you. I'm gonna let Shannon continue cooking. Here we go.
you could just like, no, you had zero chance, less than zero, a negative integer.
Just what said, click that pic and give a book of wolf, men and women. Yeah, I'm like, man, y'all some brave souls. Because if I'm gonna have an opinion on something and somebody gonna go to my Instagram page, they gonna see some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in the gym, playing golf, traveling with my chick, something. But hey, beauty is subjective or whatever. I get it. But you ain't gonna click on my picture and be like, well, yeah, you know, I can see why this dude fat, you know, and he ain't got nothing going on for himself. What the kids call these days? Motion. I got motion. I like that word. Motion. I got motion. So yeah. You better have some motion on your Instagram page. Bellarine said profile pic from 15 years ago. Yeah, I'm like, man, come on, man, do it. Remember, hey, Bellarine's and Mona, y'all remember? It was a challenge where people were posting their, I think their high school pictures, and then their what they look like now. Oh, that shit was hilarious. It was the funniest challenge. We sat there and died laughing because every woman that posted, they was about 3 of themselves in that most current picture. Oh, that was so funny. I'm about to go find them old pictures. Yes, yeah, you should remember that. It was so funny. Oh my God. Yo. Let me stop. God forgive me. Let me get to it, man.
Ocho, whatever happened to be with somebody that make you happy?
Right.
That used to be the thing. Oh, right. I don't care. He or she makes me happy. Now, well, if they need to make you happy, but they need to be at a certain age.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, I ain't bothering nobody.
Yeah, you ain't bothering nobody. Let uncook or whatever. So we about to watch this video from this older dude, and he has some vulgar language, but he getting to the point. And like I said, Nate don't care. But I want y'all to let me know in the chat, after you listen to this video, what do you think this older man is? Is he a trick or is he a simp? Where would he qualify? What category would you place him in? Here we go. Let me show y'all.
Man, ain't no nigga saying I hollered at him. You young bitches walk around this motherfucker half naked with your bras and titties missing. I mean, your bras missing and see-through shirts. You goddamn right I want to put my dick in your young ass.
Let me go back. Hey, hold on. Listen to it. Hey.
You goddamn right I want to put my dick in your young ass. The only thing an old bitch can do is point me to a young bitch that look like she used to.
Hey, let him cook. Hold on.
Goddamn right. I don't want no old ass bitch. Them bitches didn't want me when they ain't have nothing. I like money and them hoes like money. And I ain't fucked up about getting them something. Yeah, I ain't no trick, but I will pay for what I like when I go.
You hear what he said? I ain't no trick. Let me see. Here we go.
In the goddamn store, I buy what I want. So if I see your young bitches out here half naked and I want it, you can get some of this money, baby. I got it. I got it to give. It ain't tricking if you got it, baby.
But you ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up in it.
Hey, let her cook. What'd he say? I got this money, and you can damn sure have some of it, but it come with a cost. So what is he? He said he not a trick. So is he a trick or is he a simp? What would y'all say? Let me see. Let me get to some of the, see if anybody comment. But Lamar Wyatt dropped that 1999. All you boys said Mike Epps sitting over there looking like a whole milk dud with no eyebrows. That's funny. Logical Faith was $5 super chat, said the older women I've dealt with are extremely stubborn, lacking femininity, and were incredibly difficult. Never again. They were so effed up. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not all, you know what I'm saying? I know we got to say that, but I get what you're saying. I'm pretty sure you experienced everything you said, brother. You felt strong enough to send in the super chat. Let me see. Look. CJM said, hey, man, OG spit. Yeah, he cooking over there, ain't he? Let's see. Curtis LaRose says neither. He sounds like an opportunist. Hey, they need that money. I got it. But you know what I get. So, Pac-Man trick. I'm in a bind. Hey, Mr. Donnie Mac, that's what he say. Bella Rings. So trick. Okay, see, people say trick. OG equals an Apollo legend. Oh, shout out to Boondocks. Oh, Bass Clark trick. So I said trick. Trick Daddy on one. Shay said he's an American hero. Trick for sure. Okay, Nate Burton. Simp. Let's see. Basketball says Simp would give up that paper, not expecting anything in return. Yeah, and that's the biggest difference that I learned. And and I would say he falls along the lines of a trick more, but he's getting what he wants. But that's a transaction, right? So he has the money. He know younger women want it, and he gonna give them to him. He gonna give him all that money, but he got to get what he want. So a simp don't get anything. A simp is a man who just admires a woman and hangs around her, knowing that he want to get with her, but she don't like him. Somewhat a guy in the friend zone. So I've always been taught, and this is coming from me being from California, Sacramento, Northern California, Oakland is up there. A lot of pimp culture. You know, we used to watch all those pimp movies. Simps don't get sex. So I don't understand. Sometimes we overuse the word because simps don't get anything. They just, give and not expecting anything in return. Like who just said that? Whoever just said that. But yeah, I've always learned that from the pimp movies. Yeah, simp don't get nothing. He just getting milk for his money. So a trick, yeah, he got the money and he just paying for what he want. So I think he will fall into that category more so than a simp. So that's why I think we got it right. I would say simp too. Yeah, and that's the whole point. Mona, it's fair exchange, ain't no robbery. And I agree. I'm like, man, shit. Like if he got that money, I just showed another dude, the Uncle Earl guy. He like, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no compassion or no love. I'm looking for some ass. And like I said, the dating market, that's heavily pushed by a lot of women. It's like, man, put your morals aside, and don't worry about all of the issues that you're going to have when you become an older woman and you got to go to therapy because you was letting some older man pump and grind on you just for a couple of ducats. Like the market is telling them, get out there and get that money by any means necessary because there's a lot of women struggling. A lot of men struggling too, but it hits harder for women because the country is not used to an influx of women being homeless. And if things don't change, it's looking like things, could be a little bit different. Those percentages could go up. But then, society don't care about men like that. So Logical Face said, became a YouTube member. Oh man, you the man, brother. They appreciate that, man. Let's see here. Low-key Darkness said the capitalist. Yeah, yes, there you go. Sean says he's a trick. Yeah, okay. Willing seller meets the willing buyer. Yeah, like I said, it's an even fair trade. So shit. See, Bill Reed said the rent's too high, but somebody got the rent in their pocket. Yeah, and they gonna get they gotta get it. Yeah, and that's it. And let me say this, man. There's some dude going viral for kind of, I guess, trying to shade women for getting on TikTok and complaining about their HOA fees being raised or their property taxes or insurance being raised, and they got some woman, she was like, yeah, my mortgage payment got raised by $1,000. And she was saying, I don't have it. Right. And that's what happens when you have these new builds and you don't put equity. You don't put anything down on the house when you buy a new build, then it is subject to change based off of the market. And you may have an increase. Right. I myself almost went through that last year. I had to deal with it because for some odd reason, my mortgage company here in Texas didn't notify Harris County taxes that I don't pay property tax because I'm 100% combat veteran. I'm exempt for all that. But they actually paid my mortgage payment. My mortgage company sent my money to Harris County. I sent money to Harris County to pay, for the, taxes and all that stuff. And they did that without reviewing the paperwork that basically states that I don't pay taxes on my house. And so I ended up getting a mortgage payment that was like damn near, I think it was like, and this happened around this time last year, about February. It was like $5,000 for a mortgage, for my mortgage payment. I was like, man, hey, something up. Y'all wrong. So it took me a while to get that cleared up or whatever. But there's a lot of women that's dealing with that who bought homes and they didn't put anything down on the new build and their, mortgage skyrocketed. And there was a guy on there. He's like, man, you a strong, independent woman. You got it. I'm like, brother, now's not the time to be doing that. It's a lot of folks struggling out here. Trust me, I know. Right. So, I mean, I'm in the real estate market. I'm looking to buy another home. Right. Well, we're looking to buy another home. And there's a lot of people struggling out here, brother. So I know we have these gender war conversations where we going back and forth with each other and we trying to get a one up by calling out certain things that the other party is struggling on. But now ain't the time because everybody's struggling. If y'all don't know, it's official that we're going to have a rematch for the presidential election. And this could be one of the most important elections that we have, in the past couple of decades. So money-wise, yeah, it ain't the time to be shaming each other. And that goes for both black men and black women because it's a lot of folks struggling out here. All right? So that's just my take on it. So it ain't the time to be doing that. So, and I hate to drop them jewels while I got a picture of Trick versus Simp. So, so if I clip that up, I'm gonna have to cover that up. So let's go back to some of these points that I put down. Let me see here. Oh, I think I mentioned this, but I wanted to say this one more time. Women choose who they date, and it's that simple. Even younger women. It's crazy that the black community likes to infantize younger black women when it comes to them dating older men or older black men. They know exactly what they're doing, man. So y'all cut it out. Stop it. And at the end of the day, black men should take the approach, I don't care. Whatever y'all say. So also, I want to put this in there for a reason. So there's a difference between giving a woman gifts versus paying her bills. And this is something that I learned as a Sigma male on the dating market. And there was a guy, he mentioned something that I'm going to address here in a second, but there's a difference. I'd rather give a woman gifts than giving her bills if I had to choose, right? Because you shouldn't be dating broke women anyway. And I told you guys that a long time. I'm not an advocate for men just dating broke women and bringing them into your world where you're doing well and they relying on you to pay bills and things of that nature. Yes, they will be useful to the group, but you don't have to date them or try and wife them. You need to start dating women who have their stuff together to where when you do give her something, it's an actual gift and she's not sitting there relying on you to pay a bill, right? She already taking care of business. And that's one of the good things about dealing with established women, right? You got to step your game up, man. You got to hold these women to a standard as well. I'm not telling you to date, you don't have to date rich women, just women who are financially stable. There are a lot of black women who know how to manage their money and they're doing it very well. Just make sure they meet your requirements and they good to go. And they have a career, not a job. I'm repeating myself from an older video, but yes, there's a difference between a career versus a job. A career, it exudes stability. A job is place to place. And you hear this all the time on Kendra G's show. These women will have 4 or 5 jobs, and then Kendra G, well, do you make over $100,000? No. So that's the difference, right? Start, step your game up and start dating some women that got something going for themselves, right? Let's see here. And then also, I know I had something in there. Oh, here we go. Dating costs. Gentlemen, pay attention. The majority of men aren't the Chads and Tyrones that can just get women based off of his looks. So at the end of the day, you're going to end up paying for something. Just like old Unc was talking about in regards to, hey, I got the money, I'm going to spend it. His type of dating style costs. You as a man who may be average, above average, it is what it is, right? You go out and take out a woman, you're going to pay. Or if you want to date like I used to date, where I used to do the weekend thing, single serving relationships, where I would deal with women who had their shit together, who were in the corporate field and they were trying to climb up the corporate ladder. We would spend weekends together, and I made sure that these women didn't have to pay for anything. I made sure that they could bask in their soft life before it was even a thing. Because when you're with me for that weekend, I don't require you to dig into your pocket. But granted, these women are doing well for themselves, and they always gift you certain things. Sometimes they'll fight you to pay the bill with the restaurant that you go to because you've been dealing with them for so long. They're like, man, he treats me so well. Now I want to return the favor. I've shown you guys multiple gifts that I used to get from women back in the day. Go watch my old Sigma game videos, right? I was very open and honest about how I dated. It was reciprocated by the way I treated her. She would reciprocate it as well, right? So y'all need to understand that you ain't gonna get anything for free. And I know we have these conversations. I hate dating, but you want women. And if you're not going to become a passport bro, and even if you become a passport bro, you're going to end up paying anyway, right? Maybe a lesser cost, but I'm not saying you're paying for the vagina. You're just paying for the experience. If she with you, she shouldn't have to stress off that. And I don't even know how that type of dynamic would even work. Like if you're chilling with a woman for a whole weekend, you expecting her to foot half the bill? Are you expecting her to come in your house and cook when this is not your girl? This is not your wife? No, show her a good time and make sure that she remember the experience that she had with you. And that's how you'll be able to spin the block. Because when you stop dealing with these women for some odd reason, they'll see you on Instagram doing well. And the only thing that they'll remember is that when I was with this guy, he treated me very well. And I had a great time. I could just relax in his big bed. He cooked me breakfast. We went out, we ate. He bought me a couple things, while we went to the state fair. I didn't have to pull out my wallet. I remember those times. Let me see how this guy is doing. Reach out. There you go. Right? So I don't understand where men in today's dating market swear that you could just get shit for free. Some dudes can. But if that's not you, then you're going to just have to acknowledge it and don't get played. You don't have to be spending money on some crazy ass restaurant, Nobu or shit like that. No. Live within your means. Find a woman who's on that type of time and be happy. But don't complain about having to spend money on a date, brother. That's the worst thing that you can do, right? So, and I say this all the time when we have these dating conversations. I see a lot of missteps that a lot of men take. You kind of X yourself out before you even get to the end of the rainbow, so to speak, right? Because y'all go in there trying to talk about RP points and what do you bring to the table now. I see the videos. Women are saying this, all the time now. They say go on dates with guys and they start bringing up, content. Start bringing up, hey, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing this and let's pay half. And how do you feel about 50-50? Brother, it ain't the time for that. Seriously. Y'all... And that's where the whole RP awareness comes in. As long as you're aware of what you need to be aware of when you're dating a woman, you good. There's no need to be going out there reciting this stuff to every woman. All you need is information. If you catch her trying to do something that you learn in a RP space or a male-centered space or from my platform, you got the knowledge. So just work. You don't have to have a conversation about this stuff with her. Because I promise you this is going to turn a lot of women off. And now you ass out. So I'm just trying to help, man. I know you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about RP. I'm like, brother, what's better than having all of the knowledge and then going on the dating market, being an aware man? I mean, ain't that the reason why y'all listen to spaces like this? Oh, man. Trying to help. But I don't know. This is a good show. This was a good show. A lot of gems. Let me get this off the screen. Let's see here. Rich Turner with the $10 super chat said, can't feed him. RP talking points from a water hose. It's for you to know and put into practice, brothers. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. right? It's just for you. You got the information. No need to be, going back and forth with this, that woman and arguing. Hell no. Get out of there. Earth Ephraim says today is not yesterday. It is today. Yesterday don't mean anything. Good words. Change for Life said yes, Drea would get something. Yeah. He going back to Drea. Where that video at? Hold on, let me see.
Wonder when you gonna win. Taking shots we built from bricks like hearing thumps of rims and techniques of a drummer. Since I'm in the Midwest, not the best season of summer. I know I won't let the devil stress me over numbers, cause likes don't mean a thing. I go to outer space so I can write to human beings. And decompressor nights I spend in ICUs. Just hearing ICU might give someone more light than you could dream. My pen bleeds.
Yeah, most of y'all brothers in the chat will go. So yeah, just don't get her pregnant and protect yourself. That's all it is, man. And don't wife her, because I don't even think Drea would even require that if you was on her radar. So, but that woman is gorgeous. So it is what it is. So hopefully, the young dude learn. He know better now. So put it into practice next time. Young guy. What is this video? Hold on. Oh, I think this was what's his for like prostate cancer prevention, like me basically telling you guys to just relax and focus on get some hobbies and things. I think this is the video. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. All right. I just wanted to put that in there just to make sure that you guys, try and lessen your stress, man. It definitely helps out a lot, because some of these conditions that people get is based off of, being nerves, anxiety, things of that nature, man. Just make sure you take care of your health. Go get your screenings, the overarching message of this live stream. And just, try and, be more preventative, instead of being more reactive. I think we got too comfortable with that. So just wanted to say that, man. Bill Reed, $10 super chat, said, knowing RP points is your competitive advantage. Use it. Yeah. And that's basically what it is. Thank you for that, Bill Reed. I mean, y'all, I don't think young guys understand how much you guys are privileged. And even women are privileged in these spaces. Men have never been this vocal publicly. Never. And it's funny that instead of listening, I see a lot of women complaining, especially black men, because we tend to not open up to anybody, and for good reason, because that shit can be used against us. But now, man, y'all got all the information. We didn't have this when I was young, man. If I did, man, I would have made some better decisions with the women that I dated when I was younger. And I'm telling y'all, man, you have a leg up on the competition. Like Bill Reed said, a competitive advantage. And the same thing for women. You get the literal playbook on how men feel, how men think, and y'all are scoffing at it. That's absurd. I'm like, you should be listening because men are talking. That's a good thing, right? And I understand there's some toxic ass people in these spaces. Just don't watch them. You watch people like me. So, but yeah, no, man, it's y'all ain't taking advantage of it like you're supposed to. Arguing with women on social media or while you dating. I had to end the date short, girl, because he started talking about RP talking points. I'm like, brother, you don't need to do all that, man. You ain't even snipped the vagina yet. But yeah, man, we are definitely privileged. Y'all are definitely privileged. I'm old, man. I'm on the other side. I'm past middle age for black men, right? I'm 44. So yeah, black men are expected I guess we're expected to pass, what is it, like maybe 72, 71, 72, something around there. So yeah, so I'm on the other side. So for you young guys, man, you better take advantage. And for you young women, young black women, don't fall into that old sisterhood foolery where they're trying to admonish black men with podcasts. I promise you, you can learn a lot to probably get the man that you want. And when you listen to men, it ain't even that much. We ain't asking for that much. And y'all still mad. And what is it? Just be in shape. You ain't got to be a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Just be in shape. Go to the gym a little bit. Be nice. Be agreeable. Cook a little bit. Not expecting you to cook every day, because if you're anybody that's in a significant relationship or marriage, it's very rare that a woman cooks a new meal 7 days a week. We don't do that over here. So I could eat leftovers for 4 or 5 days. But it's always something prepared for me when I get home. That's damn near what men are asking for. And y'all can't do that. And in turn, he gonna take care of you to the best of his abilities. And y'all mad at that? Men ain't asking for much, man. And for y'all to sit there and argue with guys or get mad at podcasts like this, and these dudes, I could see if it was a laundry list like women have, and you was asking for all this foolery. Some woman on Kendra G's show, what'd she say? She said something crazy. One of her ask of a man. Hold on. What does she say? Older woman too. It was something weird. A man, she won't date a man if he has a used car. What sense? Why, woman? Why would you say that? She won't date a man with the used car. It's foolery. But yeah, it's just simple stuff, man. And I just don't understand. I try and look at it, like put myself on this side and listen to women. Like, you know, like there's a just imagine that there's a group of women and they're yelling out their demands, and you're the man behind them listening to what they're asking for or what they won't do. And I'm sitting there as a content creator. I kind of sit there and I listen, and I'm like, man, like, but these guys ain't even asking for much. But social media has a lot to do with that. It has corrupted a lot of women's minds because they start comparing themselves or their relationships to rappers and entertainers. Why can't you buy me a Birkin bag? Can't even spell it. And ain't never even seen one in person, right? But you asking for one because you seen Moneybag Yo's or whatever. I don't know. It's foolery. But they ain't even asking for much, man. It's just, dudes are simple. Dudes haven't changed at all. You ain't gonna cook for me or clean, but you're gonna bust it wide open on my couch? I guess. I ain't gonna pass it up. That's what you say. You telling them, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm gonna slide up and down your peen. Pause. Let me get out of here before I get kicked off here. Men will take that deal. Yes. We'll be mad. We probably be hungry, order DoorDash because you ain't cooking for me. But I still get to have sex. I guess. Oh, well. They still don't get it, man. Get a couple of chats. Black in the Day said most dudes will stay with the chick who can give him about 60% satisfaction. 60% is a D. Come on, ladies. Yeah, men don't. We don't ask for much, man. K. Nate Burton said, yeah, man, I wish I would have had it before I got married. These points are invaluable. It's crazy. So much game is being dropped. Men are comparing notes. And it benefits both men and women if they just listen. And again, shout out to Kevin Samuels. Happy birthday to the Godfather. He gave men so much jewels and gems, and women as well. And they got pissed off. Lord. Mona says women are privileged in these spaces. Women should sit back, take notes, and be respectful of men's spaces. Yeah, it's that simple. And I do the same thing. Like, I would never go on a woman's platform and cause chaos in the chat, or be sitting there spamming the super chat. You know, all y'all going you average at best, you're gonna die alone. Like, I don't do that on other women's platforms. I sit back and I listen. That's what I have a platform for. So I tell y'all to get your own platform. I can listen to what they're saying, take it, and give my opinion where it's gonna, people can listen to it and not get attacked. But I'm not gonna go on their platform and do that. Nah, hell no. I wouldn't disrespect their platforms like that. So, my man, Derek Gaines. He said, Derek Gaines, a legend. Medium Man Salute. What's going on, brother? How you, man? Derek Gaines out there chilling. Adrian Roberson says, wanting Chanel bags, but don't know how to make an appointment. Yeah, don't know how to make an appointment. Don't know how to care for these bags. I've been so tempted. And honestly, I'm not an elitist type of guy, but I know there's this narrative for our women that's trying to live this soft life and luxury. I promise you, I could teach women a lot of things about what make y'all look stupid based off of the way that you talk, based off of the things that you buy. I mentioned a couple of them. Me and Mona was talking about this on a live stream about buying, different types of bags with all these, the labeling of it and stuff like that. And it's so much that I could, and it's not even my place to do this, but I could teach women a couple things about luxury lifestyle living, luxury travel, all these types of things, how to save, invest in a trip. And yeah, it's just so much, man. I've been wanting to do that. I may do that one of these days. Just give some tips if I can, a little bit what I've learned. So, and I'm new. I gave the guys some tips as well. And I do owe you guys a video of, tying and also how to tie a bow tie. Somebody asked for that. So I'm definitely going to do that. I have some set out right now. So I'm probably not going to do it today because the Lakers have a big game tonight. So I'm going to stress until tip off because we got the Sacramento Kings who are doing very well and we need to get this win. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to chill for a little bit after this. So let's see. Mr. Tolbert said, I only wear bow ties. Like, hey, that's the man. See, we can use you, man. I don't know if you have a channel, Mr. Tolbert. Shit, I may not even have to do one. If you got any videos of you, tying your bow tie, send it to me, brother. And I'll go ahead and put it on like the next live stream. Since you seem to be the extra, brother. The expert. Let's see here. Did I get one more? It's a new name. Me Business says chick in the back was checking you out, brother. Oh, on that workout video, there was a young guy on my TikTok, and he commented Jim Riz, lady in the back, or whatever, and I didn't know what Riz was, but Riz is like, I guess you're attracting a woman or you have Riz. I don't know. It's something y'all can correct. I know we got young guys in the chat. I'm old, but he said Jim Riz. So, but that happens all the time, man. Like women don't necessarily approach, and I'm glad they don't. I don't want no problems. I don't want, somebody coming in there swinging on people. But but they in the gym, man. They always look, and then like every time I'm in the gym, there'll be some woman, are you? This is how women flirt in the gym. I'm gonna give y'all some tips. Like if let's say you're working out on a bench, right, where the free weights are, and there's an empty bench right next to you. She know damn well that you ain't using that empty ass bench, but when she's trying to flirt, she'll interrupt what you're doing while you're taking a break in between sets, and she'll say, is anybody using this bench? And you're sitting there like what? Like, like, why you asking me that? And you're like, no, you good. But if you're a guy who wanted to, spark up a conversation, when a woman does that, that's kind of a good sign that she's, she feeling you. She's somewhat attracted to you. Because women stay away from guys who they think are creepy in the gym. So they'll add the women who are interested in you, they'll come up and they'll, say, hey, are you using this? It could be like some tricep pull down bar, or, they'll see you do a heavy lift and they'll come over and like maybe give you a fist pound. That happens all the time in the gym. Like I'm in there having fun by myself, laughing, joking, lifting heavy weights, and there'll be, little young tart come up and, smiling, is or, it's just, are you done with those? Like if it's a heavier weight, this shit happens all the time. I've been in the gym, since it's almost 20 years now. So I know all the ways women flirt in the gym. Hell, that's how I met my chick. She came up to me after workout and asked me a dumbass question about protein. What kind of protein is that? Is that good? Like, I know why your ass here. Come on and marry me now. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Mona said you're not hip to Riz. No, I had to get taught. So yeah, there you go. Okay, that makes sense. Sammy Ivory said Riz is short for charisma. Okay, but I've seen it used in every types of things like Jim Riz. It's just they just put Riz on certain things. I like it. It's pretty cool. So let's see here. Derek says I saw that workout video. Are you back in training? Yeah, I'm still losing. I'm not competing, but I am getting into somewhat show shape for the summer because we have a couple of trips that we have planned, in some tropical environments, and I'm gonna be out there hanging out, letting it all hang out. So let's see. Derek said, "Media man, how come you don't use a spotter when you do squat?" No, so there's a reason for that. I only go up significantly at heavyweight when I'm squatting, when I work out with my brother. When I work out either with my brother or a couple of my trusted homeboy friends. Because if something goes bad and I ask a person who I don't know, and to spot me, then I'm gonna be pissed off, right? And I'm gonna end up swinging on somebody. So that's why I never ask people in the gym to spot me for, especially doing squats. That's a little bit too intimate in my opinion. But I only trust my brother realistically to spot me while I'm doing squats, especially if I'm going for a PR. Yeah, I would never ask a stranger to do that, and this is coming from a guy who gets asked to spot people all the time because they'll see, bigger dude and like, hey, can you spot me? And then that's when they try and take the time to hit a PR with that they've never lifted. And I hate that. So now I always tell them like, hey man, you should go down a little bit weight before you try and do this. But they see me and they're like, well, I could try this because this dude is going to save me. But I don't trust people like that. So yeah, so if I'm asking you to spot me as a strange person and I, put, a bunch of plates on there and you can't help me and I end up tearing something or breaking something, guess who I'm gonna be mad at? Yo ass. If my brother mess up, that's my brother. So I mean, what I'm gonna do to him? So yeah, so no, I don't ask people to spot. So that's my reasoning. Let's see here. Oh man, D320KG with the 199 super chat. CNBC just had an article on money dysmorphia. That's funny. Money dysmorphia. That's a crazy way to put broke. Yeah, Moses has asked me what kind of protein, and we kind of knew each other. We're going to the gym, this Gold's Gym, back and forth, and I seen her all the time, and I always thought she was, in the gym, Virginia, Texas, Houston, beautiful women. Seen her, I always thought she was gorgeous, but I ain't gonna say nothing. So I'm sitting there drinking my little, what was it, muscle milk? I don't know if y'all remember back in the day. What was that? Whoever from the northern, the DMV area, they have a grocery store called Giant. Y'all know Giant grocery store. There used to be one right next to the Gold's Gym, and they used to sell these muscle milk, little 4-packs. And they hadn't caught on yet because I was buying them out. They only cost they were selling for like $4.99 or $5.99 for a pack. And I used to always go in there and clean them out. And then they raised up the price for some odd reason, probably because of my ass. So I was drinking that muscle milkshake at the end of a workout, and her ass come up over there talking about, oh, do those work? I'm like, do what work? It's like, that protein, is that good? And I was like, oh yeah, and I'm being respectful. Oh yeah, it's the casein and the protein, and this is what it does. And I being a lame and not picking up on hints, and I'm just explaining stuff. And she sat down and said, I was looking to get some protein, and I had to tell her, like, no, I used to try and get this because this is a little bit too heavy or whatever. It tastes a little bit too chalky. You should get this type of protein or whatever. Well, where do they sell that? And I was like, what is it? GNC right there. I was like, yeah, I could take you over there. Let me finish this. So we just got to talking, and we walked over to GNC, and I showed her, and she said something slick like, man, I need to hire you as a personal trainer. And I was like, oh, well, you trying to get a little bit, ain't you? Oh, you want to come on in? Okay, now I get it. So we joke about that, like that's the story, like you was being fast out there, what I'm saying, shoot your shot, well, it worked. And I'm like, man, I can't say nothing after that, so because it did work. So at the end of the day, she won. Lamar said, I used to do fire prevention up north. As far as I know, that store is still there. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. Bo Rice said, yep, here in DC, they still got them. They're expensive now. One is $4. Yeah, man, that's crazy. It used to, that little pack, oh my goodness, that was great. I used to go in the back, where they sell the little supplements or whatever, Bo. Right at the bottom, they used to always have them. And I would go in there and grab it. The good old days. Let's see. Sammy says LL single-handedly causing muscle milk inflation. I swear I did. I know I had something to do with it. Bo said Giant in Safeway will never lead the DMV. Yeah, I used to like Giant. It's like Mona says she's good. See, ladies, that's why I pays to initiate too. Yeah, it's just slick. And I tell ladies that all the time. It don't take much. It don't take. I hooked one of my friends up. I remember I showed y'all the text conversation of my homegirl. She went to this new gym, and it was a guy that she wanted to talk to or whatever. And she told me the whole story, and I was explaining to her, like, yeah, it's like, it ain't even necessarily shooting your shot at a guy, but just don't interrupt his workout. You can wait to the end, or you can, ask him, hey, do you mind if I work in? Most men ain't gonna have a problem with that, especially if it's a machine. Quick tip, ladies, and this is for the ladies. And guys, you can back me up on this. The best time as a woman, if you work out and you're in the gym and you want to shoot your shot at a man, get him when he's working on a machine, because it's easier to adjust the weight. Don't try and work in with him if he's doing like free weights or bench press or incline press, because you being smaller than him is going to take too much work to keep loading and unloading them plates on and off, which is why me and my girl, we have different workouts, because she can't necessarily work out with me. She has her own workout, you know what I'm saying? Heavy into Pilates and shit like that now or whatever, right? But yeah, so if she was trying to work out with me on squatting and I got 4 or 5 plates on there, and now it's her turn and I got to take all them plates off and put 25s on there. No, don't do that. Get him when he's working on the machine where you could take the pin out and you could put it in there, put it in the smaller weight. Because I promise you this, ain't no man gonna have a problem with a woman in spandex and tights working out half naked with him. If he's a single man or if he ain't single, it ain't gonna matter. So if you come over to him and he's doing a tricep pull down and you say, hey, you mind if I work in with you? Man, what guy's gonna turn that down and be like, oh no, it's cool. Or you could say, go up to him and ask, how many more sets you got left? And it's like, well, I'm gonna be here for a while, but you can work in if you want to. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And now y'all, working out together. You ain't got to shoot your shot at it as a man. You ain't got to shoot your shot at her right then and there. But just know that you just have established a rapport. So now every time you go to the gym and you see her, you give her a head nod or you give her a fist bump. Like, hey, I see you, I acknowledge you, we cool now. So then that progresses into something more. You see, hey, say that was a good lift, some shit like that. And then you progress from there. And then y'all end up walking out. You go to the little cafe, get your protein shake made. You buy it for her. Yes, gentlemen, buy her protein shake. I know in Lifetime Fitness, we have a cafe. They cook in there. So after the gym, you go get you one of them little power shakes. Go ahead and buy. Oh, no. What you doing, girl? I got it. Pay for that damn shake. Y'all sit there, drink it up. You talk a little bit. And then, mention something like, man, what's your gym schedule like? Say, oh, it's similar to mine. So I'll make sure I'm going to start going around the same times you do. And there you have it. That's not game. That's just being a gentleman. Now you just bagged you a gym hottie. I'm giving y'all. Let me stop giving out game because y'all ain't going to listen to me. Y'all can probably stop listening to me because I told you to pay for a protein shake. Oh, no, Media Man. I was with you, but until you said pay for a protein shake, I'm out. Y'all stingy ass dudes. Pay for that girl protein shake. But yeah, that's it. And I hope ladies paying attention too. Like, man, yeah, just go ask him when he's doing a machine, and get in there. And then what is Deion Sanders quote? If you look good, you feel good, you play good, or something like that. Same thing goes for in the gym. Go on Gymshark. They got some inexpensive gym clothes. Or go on Amazon. They got inexpensive gym clothes. Get your shit right. You know what I'm saying? Ladies. Well, you ain't got to tell ladies that these days. Ladies be half naked in there. But dudes, make sure you got some matching sets or something like that. Take that shit serious. Treat it like the club for healthy people. But you ain't got to be thirsty and going after every woman you see. Right? And also try out some different gyms. If you have I have a membership to Lifetime Fitness. There's literally maybe 8-9 gyms that I can go to, other Lifetime Fitness, gyms. If I was single, I would just go to a different gym, like as a pop-up, and you may see some different girls because it's not necessarily a good idea to SHIT where you eat, because let's say you do hook up with a girl at your normal gym and things go bad. Now you got to see this woman every day. But no, if you're a gentleman, man, and if you end a relationship on good terms, or if it works out, God willing that it does, now you just found you a girl. So, just from being a nice guy, for letting a woman work in. But on the flip side, it is creepy if a guy goes up to a woman, hey, mind if I work in? If she don't think you're attractive, then that can probably go all wrong. She might laugh at your ass, but you could try it. But for the most part, yeah, if you're a woman and you're interested with a guy, go up to him and ask, can you work out, or how many more sets you got, and then turn around, let him see your figure, it's simple. Dude, simple. We simple. It don't take much. So Simona said more gym Riz. I like that word. I like Riz. And I like motion. You ain't got no motion. Jay Flume said, I have to pay for a protein shake. No, yeah, see? Hey, they checked out. Like, oh, here you go. Tell the men to spend more money. Derek Gaines said, Meaty Man new nickname is Mr. Riz. Riz. That's so funny. Low-key darkness, be careful, Meaty Man, when you say she won. Remember Simone Biles? I know it's that's why they're gonna get me. Like, oh man, you think you better than her? Dante said, nah, Meaty Man, I ain't that dude. I don't get gym hotties. Lamar said, keep going, brother. I'm all ears. I'm paying for that protein shake. Yeah, it's easy. Mr. Donnie Max said, I just joined the athletic country club in my town. Looked nice when I walked in. Yeah, I'm still. So I didn't know. I'm going to give y'all a little secret. So I've been attending this particular country club because I'm trying to become a member. They go back deep in regards to your family and shit like that. And the only way you can kind of get into these country clubs, you have to have somebody like vouch for you. And so we've been trying to do this for it's going on for a while, but we should be getting our acceptance here in a second. But it's pretty funny, man. Like I always used to watch movies about country clubs, and when you finally go to an event, it's pretty cool, man. It ain't like snobby as people say it is on like movies. Hell no, man. It's just a lot of networking. Yeah, I mean Texas cattle. So you get to have those conversations, and it's amazing. I've learned a lot about Houston in particular. So good on you, Mr. Donnie Mac, for joining that country club, man. And look nice. Yeah. Like I said, the gym is I'm gonna just say it, man. Black women, y'all missing out. You can find your husband in the gym. It's that simple. Them brothers be in there killing it. And you can't go to, I would say in the, like the more expensive gyms, yeah, you find some high earning dudes, there. It's in my gym, we have fitness influencers. One of my gym homeboys, he does commercials. Like he's an actor for commercials. He goes to my gym. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, people doing it out there, man. Go to the gym. Go ahead and get you a in shape dude. They just be in there chilling, right? I mean, and dudes is women in there, but it's in this climate, men have to be a little bit more careful because you never know. You may end up on TikTok. This guy is staring at me. So I would advise men to try and let them, come to you than you going to them, unless it's at the gym or something like that. And you see her sitting down, and it's like, oh man, your nice shoes or something. I don't know how y'all do. It is what it is. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get out of here. I didn't even mean to get into that gym riz, but we may have to talk about it. So, but I love the gym, and I just think there's so many opportunities for the Black community to get to know each other better, by going to the gym. Mr. Donnie Bag said, oh yeah, and no one had their phones on tripods recording themselves. Hello, yeah. Dante Brown said, did you see what Joey Swole did for that guy? I know Joey Swole, he calls out a lot of people, man. I got to go see his most recent video. I heard something went viral. I'll go check it and see what's going on. Dante said, dude is a national treasure. Yeah, I like Joey Swole. Good dude. Yeah, so let's get out of here. Again, thank you to everybody who sent in cash apps and super chats. Let me make sure I got everybody. I'm good to go. All right, and go Lakers tonight. Appreciate y'all's support. We went 3 hours and 20 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the health information on prostate cancer. What is a PSA? How to get screened, prevention, all the information that I gave you in regards to age gap dating, the statistics. And again, I will put the links in the descriptions if you want to read the full reports for yourselves. And I will definitely clip some of these videos up in the upcoming weeks. So wanted to give y'all enough content so I could be able to sit down and do some premiere videos. But greatly appreciate the support. As always, huge shout out to Othello Logos and Prince Paxton for going back and forth competing for the top spot for show sponsor. And also always huge thank you to Dante Bryant, my guy, man, 13 shows in a row, maybe even more, being the show sponsor at some point. I greatly appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna have to start doing something for everybody who, supports the channel throughout the month. Start adding things up and do something special for y'all, because I definitely appreciate it. It never goes unnoticed. I promise you that, man. Y'all definitely support your boy, man. I appreciate everything. But go to the gym. Everybody go to the gym and get yours on. So I'm definitely going to go after, well, not today, tomorrow. But just remember.
Isn't he dusty? Isn't he full of those? Isn't he ashy?
Isn't he dusty? I'm gonna go ahead and leave the sprinkle lady alone. That shit is hilarious. But I'm out, man. Media Man out. Go Lakers. I'll be back next week. Peace. Oh, that's good stuff. That's so funny, man. Blessings to all y'all, man. We out.
In a fast car.